Okay, it is 7:02. I'd like to call to order a regular meeting of the Brookfield Inland Wetlands Commission. Today is Monday, September 23rd, 2024. My name is Sharon Fox. I act as chair of the commission. With me here tonight to my right, Mr. Dave Frankel, who is a regular member. To my left, Mr. Tom Keller, who is the commission vice chairman, and further down as an alternate, Mr. Rob Scalera. So all four of us will be voting members this evening. Also with us to my far right and doing the technology and managing the meeting and doing the minutes is Ms. Laura Barkowski. So for those of you who are here and will be participating, again, please, one of the things we're going to ask everyone, if you're going to be speaking, just to make sure Laura gets your name, you know, and she might need some help with spelling. So just a note there. All right, so the Inland Wetlands Officers Report. The first thing we have is the school project. We are waiting, I guess, still, the baseline reports on their wetlands restoration and their wetlands creation. Sound right?
That is correct.
Okay. Again, so that is a very important matter for us to understand what's going on for the wetlands baseline. So we look forward to a very simple email that says completed as designed, or we had to make changes and here's what they were. Okay, 23 Grays Bridge Road. Everything there seems pretty, I mean, the reports say everything is in good shape. Did you get it? Did we talk about you getting out there thinking about where they
have now officially requested their final. I have not gone out for my final inspection
Okay.
yet, though.
All right.
I do intend to.
Okay, well, again, so we're gonna ask the applicant again until everything is absolutely for sure, based on Laura's input, that everything is stable. We're gonna ask them to continue to provide us these reports after 1-inch rain events. 58 Old Grays Bridge Road. That is a permit. We are leaving this is not a violation, or it's just an active site, because this is a site where they are trying to get the contaminated soil excavated behind that building and then create some wetlands back there. So we're leaving this on the agenda. No update that I saw, Laura, right? No update?
No update.
Okay. 468 Federal Road, Brookfield Muse.
That was just this.
That's just, we talked. So, again, thanks to Laura and thanks to Tom Beecher, town attorney, for taking a look at that for us. So I will try and get that signed and notarized this week. So that is that. I think that's it on active sites. All right, we're going to move on to enforcement here, 35 Merwin Brook Road. Anybody here? 35 Merwin Brook? All right, so just a quick note for everyone. Again, the agreement was that all the plants would be planted by the end of June. That did not happen. We found out in July they didn't do it. We don't know when they're going to do it, so there are fines in place at 35 Merwin Brook Road. Anything else on that?
Not at this point.
Okay. 11A Crossroad.
I'm not seeing anyone there for that either.
Anybody here for 11A Crossroad? All right, we got an email from the owner's attorney dated. This is nothing new, right?
So when I last went out, I don't know if it was right before our meeting or right after our meeting.
Yeah.
I spoke with the applicants and they were going to submit an application.
You're right.
However, they have not yet.
Okay.
And I have not heard from them since I was out there.
All right, so we haven't heard anything from them since the 9th. And I just he indicated Russ Postauer had been in contact with Jim McManus. He was retained. We're waiting somebody's return from vacation so we can visit the site and provide a plan to address the issues he determined required attention. I can confirm Mr. Mack's been to the property and they're waiting a planting plan from him. All right, well, they've got a Connecticut soil scientist engaged. They're waiting a report. I think I remember we talked about this. Jim was saying he was planning to do this.
I believe he said he was planning on doing this, and I believe they also have retained an attorney, Michael Cruz, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's the email I'm reading, yeah.
But
All right, well, I mean, we have, I don't know, I cannot predict the future. I just know based on the past, Jim's done the work. So I'm not, at this moment, I'm a little concerned about the timing on this. But this is one that started, when did this start? Do you
I
remember?
believe over the winter, maybe January.
January, okay. Well, we still have about 2 months that they can plant. And I don't remember that this one is a very huge planting effort. I think this was going to be rather modest. Okay, my suggestion is let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. But would it be possible for you to shoot their attorney and them an email saying, please give us an update? We haven't heard anything since the 9th of September. Can you give us maybe more direct, can you give us an update in time for our?
Because we only have one meeting next month.
That's what I'm thinking, we only have one meeting in October, right? It's the 28th, it's a month from now. Can you ask them for an update? By the 15th. And then 15th of October. Tell what the commission is, the commission believes that the planting should be able to be done this fall, so.
Absolutely.
Please give us an update there, so. Anything, you guys, different feelings about that one?
Nope.
Okay.
Got Jim on board, so.
All right. 499 Federal Road, we are waiting,
I do have an update on this
You
one.
do, good.
I know that they have started their plantings. They haven't called me for a final yet, but I actually was out there while they were planting
Okay.
last week. So they should be well on their way, and he posted his planting bomb, so he's aware of the situation.
All right, well, that is very good news, and thanks to the property owner for that. Again, that's going to make, I think, that situation just a little bit better, which is what everybody, I think, strives for. Okay, 2A Crossroad. 2A Crossroad?
They submitted their application that was received at September 3rd.
Okay.
So it is ready. It is under new business
It's on the
tonight.
agenda?
It is under,
I'll get to it there. Thank you for that update. Let's just double check that.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
Yeah,
it.
there's
I'm not
nothing on
seeing
there?
Yeah, I am.
We could move
I
it to
am.
new business.
5E. 5E.
under old business?
Yeah, 5E.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's a lot of them here, so.
Crossroads.
Okay, 84 Laurel Hill Road. Okay. We'll give name and address to Laura, and we gotta get a chair over there.
You jump right into your name. That's all right. I know how to spell your name. I have the file.
All right, you're more than welcome. Okay. Where did we leave this 2 weeks ago?
It was just to get updated, the email that I sent it with all the application.
Okay.
Remediation, and then, a GMM was supposed to get all the information to you guys.
Okay, let's look and see if that
There's
happened.
been no
here.
application received. Let me save you a walk now.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome. There's been no information received on this. I know you were trying to submit the application. I don't know why
Well,
it's not fully coming through, but I think you're gonna have to come into the office at this point in time because,
Really, because
do you have a W number?
Excuse me?
Do you have a W number for me? So like all the wetlands applications, when they're received, they'll be W-24. They were received
Does
this
it
year.
get like an email, do you get like an email confirming?
So there's 2 steps to submitting it.
Yeah.
If you just submit the first step, I never know it comes in. It just lives in the internet ether out there. If you don't do the second step, it doesn't go to our online portal. I never receive any notification.
Oh,
Oh, that's weird because, like I said, that day Amy sent me an email and she said, and actually I have the
Are you
email
under
right.
new business? Did I just not see it come in?
And
Well,
right here,
let's
if
see.
you can see right here, that's what
Alrighty.
You
what-
are, your
That's what-
application was received, excuse me.
Okay, all right. We
On
have a lot on the
September-
agenda, so it's easy to it's easy to miss it. So yeah, there you are, 84 Laurel Hill. Okay, why don't you hang on? Thank you for doing that. Thank you for bringing your phone and showing me that, so I just learned something.
Good.
Okay, so hang on, we're gonna get to you. Okay? 3 Crossroad, you can feel free to move. 3 Crossroad, we got an application, where did is this one still on the agenda? Let's check.
I think he submitted an application too, so I don't know if there's really, if you wanna just go right to it, or if you
Yeah,
want
well,
to
that's old business, so we got, again, it is unusual for everyone here to have 1, 2, 3, to have 7 enforcement actions. That's unusual. All right, so we've got that on, actually, it's old business, okay.
Yeah,
Fif-
3.
55 High Ridge, anybody here, 55 High Ridge?
I believe we're here, 55.
You guys 55 High Ridge? Okay, so so can you help us out here? Can we get your name and address over to Laura, please, so we can get you in the minutes correctly?
Sure, no, but
No.
you got it?
Yeah.
55
Okay, so, we got a note here from Laura. At the previous meeting, discussed that site inspection should be performed at the location with respect to the excavation. On 9/20, a site inspection was conducted with herself and Fran Lally. Without an actual survey, it's difficult to discern if the excavated hole may be just beyond the 75-foot regulated area. The stockpile of materials is,
Not. It is within the regulated area, is my determination.
okay, does it have silt fence around it?
No,
Not yet.
no, there's nothing, there's a hole and excavated, all the stockpile of the soils is closer to the wetlands if you look at the map. I actually kinda,
Okay,
that gives you a little bit of an idea.
okay. Please, the stockpile of, the dirt pile, what's the plan for that? Is that gonna stay, or are you trying to get it out of there? What's the plan for that dirt pile?
Okay, I tell you the truth, either I have to remove it, or I thought also, like I said to her, I might even end up covering the hole, because I actually went to zoning and I'm trying to do the permit for the pool online, so
Okay.
I gotta see how that works, because if it doesn't work, might as well just cover it and use the same.
And that's where the dirt came from, is
Yes, it's
is
from
the hole?
It's from the hole.
Okay, how,
But if let's say if I decide to do the pool, I can distribute it around, or how does that work? I mean, I'm just asking.
okay, well, a couple of
Because
things.
the land goes like that, it's not like it's even.
Can you, can you give, how tall is this dirt pile and how big around is it? Is it taller than you?
No, I don't know, it's like this,
It's spread out going all the way down the hill too, so it
because
goes
if the house
further,
goes
yeah.
like that, so it's not like it's a big thing, you know?
Okay, well, here's the first,
The land goes down, so it kind of.
here's something you have to do, and you gotta do it quickly.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, you gotta get a silt fence
Okay.
around that
The-
stockpile.
where the-
Yeah,
okay,
you
so-
gotta get
so
some-
it doesn't wash off, I thought
Yes.
about that, but
Yeah.
I didn't know, okay.
You can buy silt fence at a lot of
Yes,
places.
I can do that tomorrow, that's
You
fine.
can, but you gotta, there is tricks to installing it. It needs to be towed in. You can't just stake it, cause the dirt goes, right. You gotta trench around, drop that, the fabric, cover it back. You gotta do that for us.
Okay.
I mean, mercifully, we haven't had some terrible rains here, but you gotta do that for us,
Okay.
and I need that done in 2 weeks, okay?
Yes, that's fine, I can get
All
that
right.
done by this week, I'll get them back.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Get it, please, get that installed,
And then call me.
and then call her.
Once it's done.
Yes.
Correct, once it's done, because she's going to come up, she's gonna go out and she's going to assist you, enable whether the guys did it right or not. You or
I'll
your
ask around,
family, I'm
yeah,
not sure
I
who's
have no
doing it.
idea, I'll ask around, I'll be honest, I'll ask
You got some
around.
young ones, yeah.
Yes, but, you know, I'll do my best.
Okay, so, but that's terribly, terribly important. I mean, there's no tremendous rainstorm forecast over the next week or so, but who knows,
No, I'll
right?
just do it within this week, I didn't.
That
like I
would be
said, I
even-
would've done it last week, you know?
if you could do it this week, that would be great. So you gotta get that done for us.
Okay.
And so what's going, all right, so you're saying the hole is very close or outside the 75?
Yes.
And how deep is it-ish?
It's a pool hole.
So it's like 6 feet deep?
It's not quite 6 feet, no.
Mm.
I would
5
say
feet?
It's maybe
Like 4
4
feet.
feet.
So it's 4 feet by 20 by 40?
No, I think they made it, well, because we bought the pool, it was like 16 by 20 something. So they made the hole like 2 feet. It was one of the,
So the hole,
It's a big rectangle.
it would be like around, probably it's a little bit more than 16. He said he made it 2 more feet. So
Okay.
I know it's like 18 on one side. The other side, I think it must be like 28.
okay, so it's 4 feet deep, it's 18 by 30 feet, 28 you said, 28 by 28 feet height, or, I mean, width and length. Okay, well, that's a pretty good hole. Okay. So, and hard to say on the 75 feet.
For the actual hole, so let's say if they came in for an application, I would have advised them to put the stockpile of dirt elsewhere, silt
Right.
fence it, and you might have been able to do this without any wetlands involvement, but.
Okay. All right, well, here's what you need to do. You gotta get that silt fence up in 2 weeks. I need an application, or we just gotta do an application, right, saying you got a dirt pile there. Because we're gonna have to get that approved. We wanna get the record straight on that. I think I'm okay with the fact with this big pool thing. If it's, they haven't taken any trees down, right?
No,
They
no,
haven't
there's no trees, no.
you know, it's probably far enough away that I'm not thinking that the hole,
I'm not
is
concerned
crucial.
about the hole, I was just more concerned about
The
the
dirt.
stockpile of dirt.
okay. So I think I'm okay with, and everybody else is, let me know,
Yep.
right? If we think the hole for this possible pool is close enough to being outside of 75 feet, I think I'm okay with that. But so the application has to be for, stockpiling dirt with a silt fence. And I need that application done within the next 2 weeks too.
So
Okay.
it's stockpile.
Yeah, and that's what the application's going to say. It's gonna say, you can estimate, they'll help you estimate the amount of wetlands on the property, but it's to store dirt in the upland review area. That's what your application will say,
So,
okay?
okay,
All right,
yes.
so,
Okay, so I just stop by here and
It's actually all available online, but if you wanna stop by, is anyone in the
I'll
office?
try
I
to
know.
do it, and if I need help, I'll stop by.
Okay,
okay,
not a problem.
Cause I started the pool one online, so I can look it up. And if I have-
okay. And then, I would like to suggest, because this is a very modest process, and we're not meeting for
Agent approval?
agent approval, is everyone okay with that? If we get that, because we're not meeting till the
Yes.
end, right? Is
Yep.
everybody okay with giving Laura
Yep.
agent approval? Okay. 2 weeks, get an application in, get silt fence around that dirt, get that to Laura, she'll come out, she'll inspect it. We just gave her the authority to approve the application, if everything is done correctly.
Okay, so first I do the silt fence and then I do the application.
Get them both done in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
get them done by 2
I'll
weeks
be
from
fine.
today, and you'll be good. Okay?
Okay, sure, right, that's what I
Does that
want.
make sense, everybody? Everybody all
Yep.
right with that?
Yep.
Okay, you're okay with that?
Yes, to me
All right.
sounds good, and I'll work on that.
And there are plenty of there are plenty of YouTube videos about installing silt fence. I can't say TikTok, but I can say YouTube,
They will.
all right? So help your mother,
You heard what I'm.
yeah, help your mother get that done, okay?
I forgot.
All right,
Okay.
let her know.
Okay,
Again,
thank
please,
you.
please, please, please make the dates.
Sure, I
Okay.
will, thank you. So I'll give you a call once I get the. Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Okay, anything else on enforcement?
Not at this moment.
Jeez, I
That's
said,
good.
yeah, it's unbelievable to have 7.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a public hearing, but I'd like to propose, let's go through the old business and the new business first. I think we've got some people in the audience for everything here. Okay, first I've got one High Ridge Road. Someone here for High Ridge Road?
Yes, we're here.
Okay, great. Let me get the folder and get your name and address, and if you want another chair, you're welcome to it.
Sandra, do you want to?
Yes. All right.
I'm sorry, could I get your name for the record then?
Yeah, Elvis Atenagorez.
Can you spell that for me?
First name is Alves. Atenagors. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, where did we leave this? Weren't you trying to, where did we leave this
You
one?
needed a procedure, written procedure of what needs to be done.
Yeah, this was, again, this is a drainage pipe, right? You were trying to replace and
So
trying to.
Yes.
Putting in a larger pipe?
You put in a
Larger pipe,
larger
yeah.
pipe, right? Again, I don't think I particularly care about the size of the pipe. Let me see, let's look at the,
They had terrible flooding in the house during
Yes.
that big rainstorm
Yeah.
a month ago, if I
Yes.
recall.
okay, let's,
Am
all right, I'm just trying to get to the map that we are going to sign here. Okay, where is the map that I'm gonna sign? I see a lot of pictures, which you might be welcome to.
You think it's on the
back.
other side there?
Weren't you guys speaking about putting a berm somewhere in here too?
No, just a swell.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, this is existing swell right now. So this one is existing. So we're thinking about
I have a
make this one
picture,
larger.
but I don't have a
and
map.
create this one across the yard to the bridge.
Okay.
To be sized too?
I
Because
don't,
right
I don't
now,
think
this is
I
higher than
care
this.
about the size of the
So
pipe.
this well goes through here and then goes
I
to
just-
nowhere, right?
Okay, just,
And then
wait,
when it
just,
rain-
wait, one conversation, so hang on, go ahead.
Yeah. So when it rains very hard, this well gets overflowed and the water goes to the house.
Okay.
So that's why last rain storm she got 18 inches of water. So we want to like to create this well here to the bridge. So because right now this is higher than this, right? And this is like a stormwater structure that I like to put here, because there is existing catch base here right now.
Okay,
Wasn't our town engineer supposed to go and look at?
I don't think so.
They never calculated.
Okay,
36 inches, I think.
That's probably the one that goes into the road.
I don't have a map.
Yeah. Yeah,
Comes
exactly.
out on two
This-
high
I don't have a map.
That's
I
right.
don't
It
have
goes
a
across
plan
High
for what
Ridge,
they're
right?
proposing.
I have a-
So, and the
I
other
have
one-
an
I have
application.
an application, but I
Yep.
thought we were supposed to write up a full
This one.
construction sequence, which I don't believe I got. Do I?
And I,
Yeah,
So
it's
this
right
one is right here, right?
It's-
No, it's here.
And this
Okay,
one
you're
is
gonna-
Submitting
only
it now.
12
you're,
inches.
you're gonna submit something. Okay, guys, we're gonna have just one conversation, so why don't you guys finish, and then we'll talk
So
about.
he's saying, so this right here is, that's more than 12 inches on the end of it.
This one is 36 inches.
And where's that on the map?
It's right here.
It's a different line, is that what you're saying? There's another 12-inch pipe?
There's only one 12 inch. Yeah. So it goes to High Ridge. So it goes, when it gets here, the 36 inch picks up and goes across the High Ridge.
Oh, so it's only under the road, which is
Only
36
under
inches?
the road, yes.
The rest of the line is 12?
12.
Okay. So you want to make that all 36?
All 36, yeah.
Okay. And what about this catch basin?
All the catch base, I think she's got 3 right here.
Yep.
We, this one and this one, we're gonna clean them up, and this one I'd like to replace and put a bigger catch base there. This one it's gone, it's destroyed.
Okay. 3 catch basins.
Yeah, she's got 4, she's got one right here. But doesn't work. They're all in the wrong, the elevation is wrong. This is where we like to replace this catch base to like a larger stormwater structure. then from this one down with a 36-inch pipe.
What's the line that's,
This one?
yeah, what is that, where does that
36-inch
go?
pipe. That's it goes to
Goes to this one?
Yeah,
So they join up?
right.
Okay.
And the length is 275 feet.
So you wanna have 236 merging into,
No, only one. Because
Just
right now
one.
we're gonna replace the 12-inch 236.
mm-hmm, okay.
Okay, our minutes talk about you giving us a map that shows where the wetlands are on the property. I see the construction sequence. Do you have a map?
It's like this mine, or, I don't know which one you're talking
I need a map that shows me where the wetlands are on
4
your
catch basins,
property.
I'd assume so.
That's what I need.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
Did you
So I don't know
brief
if
us
we,
on
you,
it? Sorry.
no, go, no, it's just important to have one,
Yeah,
so.
sorry.
No, go, you wanna go ahead?
No.
Okay. I need a map. I don't know where the wetlands are on this property. So I don't even know why they're here.
They have wetlands on their property.
Okay,
Um,
that's what I,
So, this area here,
that's,
this is
that's,
what that area.
that's wonderful. I need a map, I need a
Wetlands
map
map.
that shows me where the wetlands are demarcated. Now, there's GIS maps. Do you have something like that?
No. This is all I have.
Here's,
Oh, why don't you, yeah, why don't we look at those?
I need a plan too.
Mm-hmm.
right, here's, yeah, I mean, we're not trying to be a pain in the neck here, but in order to get wetlands approval, we need to know where the wetlands are. And that is a map, which would look something, and I'm gonna show you, this is the public hearing.
Not this, right?
Yeah, we need something, and this is the public hearing later, but this is just an example. This is a map, it would show your property, and this particular map shows where the wetlands are on the property.
Mhm.
That's what I need, that's what the commission needs, otherwise I have nothing to approve. So, you can get GIS maps, they're available online.
All right.
If you're having challenges getting them, then I
Yeah,
would
go
stop
see
by the.
Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave's got, why don't you tell him again, Dave?
Oh, no, if you have problems with any of this, the maps or anything else, I don't mean to volunteer your
It's
help,
fine,
but
I
that's
just
why
can't
she's
chase.
here. Yeah,
Right.
she can make everything good for you.
Yeah, they can show you where the maps are, and if you can, I don't think you're gonna have a problem from any of us
No.
about getting the pipe installed, trenching, we're gonna take this. That's not gonna be a big issue. But I need to know what you're going to do, and that's described on a map. You would have a map, will show where the wetlands are, and then you're gonna draw in on it where your pipe is and what you're gonna be excavating, and this is now the scope of work, which I'm going to take from you, right? Okay. All right? So, yeah, to replace a catch basin, rise, so that's what we need. Otherwise,
Just a map.
I need a map that shows what you're going to do, because that's what I sign.
Mhm.
Once the commission approves it, right, there'll be a motion and the commission would approve it. That's what I signed, that goes in the folder. When you're done with the work, Laura, you call her, she comes out with the map we signed, and she says, did you do what you said you were gonna do? And the answer is yes,
You're
and
also-
all good.
You're also gonna wanna show where you're gonna put the stockpile while you're doing the work, cause you will have a dirt stockpile.
Let's see, clear.
Cause you're gonna have to excavate, stake out the old pipe, put in the new pipe.
Yeah, probably, yeah, so if the map will show where the stockpile is. What, do you know, an excavator, so a big excavator, Bobcat, and a dump truck, okay. And the silt fence, that's a good idea, but the map that you're going to put together is gonna show where the silt fence is going to be installed,
Mhm.
okay? Does this,
This is all silt fence. Silt fence. But I know it's gotta be on the.
it's gotta be,
map,
it's
yeah.
gotta be a map. I said, that's wonderful, but what if the wetlands are right here? You see, then the silt fence is not in the right spot. Does that sound reasonable? okay?
Yeah,
All right, so the town can help you get, there are state GIS maps that will show pretty close where the wetlands are. They're not done by a wetlands soil scientist, you know, the
You just got a
spec-
proper survey, I thought you had that.
Oh, let me see what he's saying. Yeah, actually.
You know, since they want to do this in 3 weeks, and we don't meet for a month, would you want to have,
I don't know what they're doing yet, so
Okay,
I'm
so you don't
sorry to
wanna
say,
give
yeah,
Laura-
I'm sorry to say, I don't know
No,
what they're
no,
doing,
that's-
so it's not like this one is simple and it's described kind of on a map already.
yep.
Let's see.
This is
survey
11
two.
High Ridge.
But
One
it's-
High
One
Ridge.
High Ridge.
You're gonna have to print it, even if you have that, it's not gonna help, because you're gonna have to. get them
Okay,
printed out.
here's, well, I don't think it helps. This is, what the surveyor, I had the property mark.
Does that have wetlands flags on it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't think
Well,
it's-
that's a step in the right direction,
Mhm.
but the map needs to show where the wetlands are. So pardon me,
It
my
doesn't show.
suggestion, you've got two options.
Mhm.
First, you can use the GIS maps,
Mhm.
which are, again, they are directionally accurate. They're plus or
Okay.
minus, they're not exact. If you want to know exactly where the wetlands are, then you hire a Connecticut licensed soil scientist, and that individual comes out and digs some holes, and they look at the soils. And then based on what the soils are, they determine exactly where the wetlands are. So those are your two options.
No,
Okay.
I'd rather just get the GIS from you guys.
Well, why don't you take a look at what it is? If, again, I don't know what that map looks like, so I mean, if that wetlands extends to where you're excavating, that's gonna be a problem. But let's see what the GIS map
Yeah,
shows,
'cause
okay?
the wetland that I have in the property, it's not like a huge area where we are working. It's not,
That's-
it's everything like grass.
That's what I gotta see on paper. I respect what you're saying,
yeah.
but that's what I gotta see on paper, okay?
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, maybe
so-
you should really visit with Laura
Okay.
at some point, you know, to make sure we're just
Yeah.
clear on everything.
Yeah,
Well, we got these, so we'll keep them, okay?
Good.
Is you guys all right with that? Like I
Yes,
said, all
yes.
right, I said, then everybody knows, that's those yours, then everybody knows what it is that you're doing, and it just makes everything go smoothly. And that's what, again, every other application, before it gets approved, same requirement here, okay?
all right.
All righty?
And so when is the next hearing?
Well, it's in a
October
month,
28th.
it's October 28th, yeah.
All right.
But we need so much information that we can't have Laura approve it in advance, so sorry about that.
So I'm trying
All right,
to, I
I'll
don't
make a
know when is
motion then
next
to
time that it's
continue
gonna rain
One
and
High
need to
Ridge
move
Road
fast.
to
Uh,
our-
yes, I know.
Our
Not
next,
fix this issue.
our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second.
October 28th.
Yeah. Say, Tom seconds the motion. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Okay, any questions about what we just talked? Please, please, please just call Laura, okay? All righty.
Or go to her office, you know, when she's in. Yeah.
The property actually isn't that bad.
Yeah, we'll see, yeah. Okay, next, I've got 3 Crossroad.
Take care now. Yes.
Okay. You got some pictures for us?
I do.
Okey dokey.
Runs into gravel. This one called, oh, here's that.
What? So this is what? This is,
That's the one next to the stone wall.
okay.
Runs right under the stone wall. So,
Is
if
there a
you're
top and a
looking at
bottom?
this map,
Yeah,
I gotta figure it out.
oh, good, so it
Runs
wasn't
like
just
that.
me.
So the stone wall runs like this.
Okay. And where's the pipe? This is,
But this is the pipe right here, and it just runs
is
right
this,
into
is this
gravel.
little black thing? Is that the pipe?
No, that's pipe.
Oh, okay.
I also took a picture farther away. I mean, there's brush like everywhere.
Yeah, I believe you. So
So-
this is pipe number 1. I'm gonna call this pipe number 1, right? All right, so it runs in, it goes, it really just hits the stone wall, right?
Yeah, and, yeah, the guys put some gravel there, but yeah.
Okay. And how long has this been in?
Maybe since I got the violation.
So it's been through the 3 or 4 or 5 inch rains we've had?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not seeing any evidence of erosion, so that's a good thing. Okay, great, thank you for that picture. You guys wanna see this? Rob, you wanna see it?
Yeah, please.
This pipe probably pushes more water than that pipe,
Okay.
but even this one,
Pipe vent's right down there.
I haven't noticed it.
For the drywall.
So this is pipe number 2?
Yeah, that's it.
Oops, I want it there, I want it here. Pipe 1 is here, pipe, help me again, it's here? No, it's under the driveway or something, it's here?
Hang on. Follow my little lines. It's right there.
And it goes this
Is
way,
that
right?
right?
Is it this thing?
No, it's that right there. That's gotta be it.
So this is that?
Yep. That's a tree. This pipe is right here, and then there's a pipe under the gravel.
Yep,
And it just
and it goes towards the, which
and
way
then
does it go?
and then it all just runs into the wetlands.
Okay, so you don't have a picture of where it's running in the wetlands. You have
No, I
this.
don't.
You don't have,
No, that's just all brush and trees and everything. That's a shed.
but it runs, it doesn't run in the wetlands, right? Did you not tell me it ends here?
It ends. Yeah, there's a pipe here.
So the pipe goes,
This is what I installed.
okay, you installed this, and there's something on the other side of your, what is like right there? What's right there, where the wetlands are? What's right here? This,
What exists there?
yeah, like you say there's, I mean, there's a pipe that takes this way, correct?
Yeah, there's a pipe underneath here.
And where does it outlet?
Yeah, just outlets on the right here.
And that's the picture I was hoping you would give me.
Oh, I thought you wanted the 4-inch pipe.
No, what I'm interested in is they're creating any erosion. You've just shown me on this first one, this situation has survived a couple of 4 or 5 inch.
That's that one. Like if you back away 2 feet, that's what it looks like.
Okay, the picture I want is that.
Let me see, maybe I have
Check, would you?
it.
Good. Well, so the water's going this way, so we know whatever he's got here is not creating some erosion. This is the one I'm interested in, has erosion being created here.
I mean, it's gonna take. I didn't pursue that picture, so I don't even know if I have it. Because I'd be looking back through the past years to find it. I'll take 1,000 pictures.
I would understand that.
Thank goodness for digital photography.
Yeah. That's how you got 27,000 pictures.
That's the downside of it.
That's the downside of it.
There's the storm we had, isn't it?
At least you didn't pay the developer.
But you appreciate
27,000.
why I'm asking. I said it's the erosion that I'm worried about.
Yeah, I thought you meant,
Because this is picking up water from your yard, right? This is not just your
If I remember correctly.
foundation drain, right?
You've got a hill here.
Yeah.
Picking
this
up
is
water
all
from.
sloped this way, yeah.
Yeah, but this is picking up your foundation plus something else, right? This pipe, again, remember you
No, it just picks up, just those dotted lines are where it is.
okay, but it's picking up, is it the foundation drain or
It's
is
a footing drain.
a footing drain? Okay. All right, well, I said, that's the picture I want. That's the picture we need. What does that look like? Even if you gotta stand on the gravel and look down, I don't want you getting ticks, but
No, we're at 6.
you should be,
There's so much
yeah.
overgrowth.
Because this doesn't, for our purposes, this is not so helpful, what this looks like. It's this erosion concern here. I'm gonna give you that back. 'cause we don't need these, right?
The pipe right there, is that connected to the footing drain, or is that outlet right here?
That's the outlet. That's where it daylights.
It outlets right on this side of the driveway?
Yep.
So nothing goes,
It's a separate, I believe he said it was a separate pipe that goes under the driveway, correct? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, that's different, yeah.
so does the,
The footing drains are all exiting right here, which is that picture, if I'm interpreting what's being said correctly.
The footing drains exit here and there.
so this is a footing drain, right?
And they're exiting on this side of the driveway, so I think that'd be the,
So this is daylighting, so none of the footing drain is going into the wetland?
No, it does.
It does.
It runs, yeah,
It runs in a pipe or it runs over the gravel?
over the gravel.
Ah,
Oh, no, sorry. Over gravel, but in a pipe. There is a pipe under this gravel.
okay, so there is a
Yeah.
pipe
But
under the
I
gravel.
know-
is it connected to the footing drain pipe, or is it,
No.
right,
No.
that's,
So, okay, does the pipe that goes under the driveway carry any water?
Water passes in that pipe.
From where? What's the source of the water that goes under that driveway? The yard?
Wherever water, yeah, anywhere water comes from. I mean,
Okay, see,
Like-
this is,
if, to give you an example, like during the storm, there's no swale up here. So water just comes down and just runs right, this is like a basin. So this is sloped this way, this is sloped this way.
okay,
Without any drains or anything,
This is-
water would flow.
okay, this is why having a map to show what you did is terribly useful. So you've installed this, and there's a line here that connects this footing drain under the,
Driveway?
under this gravel. Is that not right?
I
That
don't-
doesn't
I
belong
don't believe
there.
they're connected, I believe they're two separate pipes from.
So
Yeah,
there
yeah,
shouldn't
said-
be a
yeah,
line here.
separate.
There's this,
Which line are you looking at?
this little thing between here and there. What it,
That's just gravel or
so
dirt.
your footing drain daylights here.
Yeah, right, yeah, up here, yep.
Footing
It's a
drain
little closer.
daylights. And so there is nothing between, there's no pipe in here, between here and there.
No.
Okay, so there is no, how am I gonna do this?
So the pipe under the gravel is just picking up groundwater in that area.
And that's, and did you install that?
No, that was already there.
Okay.
She's picking up water.
We could have saved ourselves, I have to tell you, probably an hour.
Okay.
If that had been very clear on this map. Because everything that I had been seeing put this under the driveway.
No, I just,
But you see my point?
I get it. Yeah.
Okay. So this is what you installed,
Yeah, the
right?
dotted line.
And you installed this,
Yes, and that I did go under the gravel.
and that you went under the driveway, and that we've shown there's no erosion. Okay,
And then this one would be the other picture they showed you.
all right, and so this is the pipe daylighting right here.
Yes,
This is that, so this,
that's that, and this is that.
okay, so this is pipe 2, how do I mark this? A, B, put an A here, a D, B here, A,
Well, if you're calling it two on the picture, you might wanna call it two on the map too, no?
2, yeah, 2. Okay, right, good idea.
I don't really take pictures of that.
No, again, now that it's clear that what you did doesn't go under the driveway.
No, this is just to pick up water from my
I
footings.
got it now. But
Yeah.
that was the grave concern. If you were suddenly sending water into the wetlands, that's what got us all excited.
No.
But you're not doing that.
What really happens is, this is a hill and it
Stop.
backs up into the
We got it.
basement, yeah.
Fine. Okay, so this is pipe 2. Daylights on the, where's north? Daylight, is that north?
Yeah.
It's what daylight's just south of the
Yeah.
driveway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. And you haven't had a chance to get out here, right? Or did you? Or has it been such a long time ago?
I haven't for a while, so.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask for you, put on your list of things to do, okay? Just coordinate with him or she can come, right, anytime? Just double check what this looks like. You got a dog or something?
Yeah, just call me.
Okay.
I have a dog.
Okay, well, we want the dog to
She's
be safe.
friendly, but
She doesn't.
You never
so
know.
that's, you know,
Okay,
Yeah, that could be a problem.
she's a lab. She's a sweet girl, but she's
she
a big
doesn't
girl.
need to be surprised. That's good enough.
She must love the water.
She does. Yeah.
I would think so.
And, that's why I bought this place
Good.
for her.
Gotcha.
All right,
Amazing
so,
for our dogs.
I think we are finally in a position to move on this one. What, you got something else for us?
Yeah, the deck. You want to know about the deck?
I was just getting to that. So where's the deck?
So what I did is.
Stop, it's gotta be on this map.
Okay.
Gotta be here. So the house
We
is,
can draw that.
yeah, so where's so the house is something like this?
We drew the house right,
We
because
got-
this is access to my basement, so the house, actually, that looks like the deck, no, it's not the deck, the house can be right around here,
Okay,
and the deck is gonna run, or, yeah, I mean, this is the house right here.
so 1 inch, 50 feet. I don't think I care, because you're over 75 feet from the wetlands.
The deck runs over here.
I know that, but your deck, to the scale, if this is 1 inch, your deck is over 75 feet from wetlands.
Why did we talk about it then?
I don't know.
Because it's within 150, 100 feet maybe?
No, it's 75 feet of the wetlands.
Is the upland review?
Yep.
And it's 1 inch. Oh, so that means, but this is what we marked for 1 inch off?
Is this one different?
No, it's the same one.
That's the same one. The upland review area would go here. It pops out to accommodate this, and
But
then it
pops
slides
back
down.
Yeah, so.
See, this is, again, I'm not trying to be a pain in the neck here, but diagrams that show what you're doing and where you're doing, we could have saved everybody a lot of time. You're out of the, you're out of the upland review area.
Which is good for you.
You're on, yeah.
I guess, I mean, yeah. I don't know, okay.
Well, you don't have to get approval from us for the deck.
No, but I feel like we drew this line here, and we were gonna, oh, you're right, it does
Yeah.
slope back.
You
It
got the
comes
peak
back
right
down.
here, so.
Is that one?
Can I interject for 1 second?
Yep.
Because in my notes, I have the other two things that we needed on the map was the size of the riprap that was being used. Is that you?
The riprap for this pipe, yeah.
the
We got a picture
stone,
of it.
It's like half inch,
That we
3/4.
were gonna write it somewhere on the plans, and then the limits of disturbance, or it was being called the no-mow line at the time.
Oh, that's gonna be monumental.
And the monuments to be installed and the locations of those. Those were the things
Yeah.
that we needed on the plan for us to go forward.
Yeah, you wanted a monument 10 feet.
right.
Somewhere over here, which is fine,
Well, it's gonna be fine.
yeah. I think it's actually just woods.
Okay. But his deck, where his home is,
Yeah, it may not matter.
well, I've got a scale, 1 inch. It's more than 75 feet from the
I don't
house.
know how it came
I don't
about.
have notes about the deck, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure where it
The
came
only,
from, but.
the only issues were a shed and the chicken coop, I think, were in the upland review.
The shed, the chicken coop, the 2 pipe outlets are
Yep.
all in the upland review area.
Yep.
And we had talked about, like I said, because his yard, this wetlands creeps over the stone wall. We had talked about some monuments over here,
Good monument.
and we're gonna put some monuments over here to make sure you're not mowing through the wetlands, okay?
Yes. I don't know how the deck came about.
Maybe from the original.
Yeah, I think
concept,
the-
maybe when it was, tell me everything you wanna do, maybe that's where
I,
the deck
I think that's what it was,
Could
because he
be.
had some stuff
Yeah.
that was in the wetlands review and some stuff that wasn't.
Because as long
So
as,
we're gonna
I mean,
have
if you don't care, you know,
one.
I'm putting a dumpster over here, and then I'm tearing this thing out, and doing all that, then it doesn't matter.
Keep it out of keep it 75 feet from the wetlands, and you're good. If you go in 75 feet, put it on the map, please, and then we'll talk about it.
No, I mean, this is all, yeah, no, this is all over here.
Okay?
You're right. No, I don't see a reason why I would come that close.
Okay.
I don't know. It's been a while.
I can't agree more. All right, so we're gonna talk about some monuments here. We're gonna talk about a monument here. These are concrete monuments, okay? You buy them at a store, you dig a hole, and they stick up about 3-4 inches.
Like a golf course.
Like a golf course, yeah. So you're gonna install 3 of them, because we wanna protect this area. This is gonna be a no-mow area, and we're gonna put that where this wetland is. It's gonna be a no-mow area. You cannot bring a lawnmower through that wetland, okay?
And then I can take the flags down?
I beg your pardon?
I can take the flags down now? Leave them up, take them down?
Leave them up
Till the monument.
until the monuments are installed, because that's gonna require inspection.
The marks, yeah.
Yep. And the shed is gone?
No, the shed's still there.
Okay, so the shed is gonna be removed, and you're
That
gonna
I
be
wanna
putting a new one, they're putting a new one in over here.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this one out. I gotta clean up. Really, it's the cleanup, and it's almost the perfect time for it.
Okay.
Cause I start, once the leaves fall, I start taking stuff out.
And you're using the shed removal as with an excavator, and the debris is taken off-site, right?
Pick it
Okay.
up, drop. I'm gonna take everything out by hand I can, and then pick
Okay.
it up with the excavator.
You're gonna put a couple of initials here. Shed removal sequence, we got your initials here, so here, monuments to be installed. It's gonna be 3 of them. Okay? Here, here, and
You want me to
there.
do initials?
Yeah, go ahead, yep. Okay, and we want those monuments, we're gonna get those monuments to be installed, can you get them installed before Christmas?
Yeah, before the ground freezes.
Yep. For 12, 25, 24, okay? All right. Tom, Rob, Dave, anything else here? All right.
I
Anybody
believe
want?
we've covered most of it.
Yeah, you want me to make the motion, or someone wanna volunteer?
You can do it.
Sure, I can do it.
This is complicated.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'll make a motion then to approve 3 Cross Road, an application for footing drains, removal of a barn, chicken coop, debris, brush, installation of a 10 by 14 shed, demolition of an existing shed. That's it. With all the usual stipulations as described on a map by CCA with an original date of 6/27/24 with a number, with stipulations described and signed on the map. First, that the shed removal sequence will be done with an excavator. That 2, concrete monuments will be installed as described on a map.
Just state the number, please.
What's that?
How many concrete?
3.
Yeah, for 3 monuments to be installed near Wetlands Flag 2, Wetlands Flag 11, and Wetlands Flag 15. And that these monuments will be installed before December 25th, 2024, and the property owner will request inspection of these monuments after they are installed, and that inspection will happen before December 25th, 2024. And that upon completion of that and the shed, upon completion of that, there's no the violation can be rescinded, okay? We don't need to wait for the shed to be installed for the violation,
Lift the violation, okay.
okay? All right? All right, need a second?
Second.
Any more discussion on the motion? All those in,
Is that Dave?
yeah, Dave,
Yes.
yeah. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous, okay? So get the monuments in, call her before Christmas, right? So I gave it to the 25th, but help her out before Christmas, all right?
No, I'm pretty quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Alright.
Good luck with
Thank you.
everything. Good job on that, Sharon.
9/23/24. We gotta do something about getting these maps in better shape. Okay, well, I put this back. Tom, let's start 27 Huckleberry Hill Road. Someone here for that?
I don't believe anyone's here for that, Madam Chair.
I think that one was pretty straightforward, so 27 Huckleberry.
Constructing a storage shed.
Yeah. As I recall, that's what that one is, unfortunately. I mean, Laura, we gotta find a way to get these applications complete, you know, before they come, somehow. I mean, with this one,
I have a suggestion.
okay,
We
them
start
all,
denying
you
them.
can work, please work on that, cause it just,
I think we have to start denying them.
I mean, that's what, or say, look, you're not ready, you know?
We have told people that their application is incomplete, they come before you, or they don't hear, we chase them in the office.
Well, I'm open to that, cause it's disrespectful to others who do the work. Okay, so this one again, there's disturbed wetland area, disturbed linear feet of water course. Why did that have to be 15 feet? Is this my file?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Thank you. This was one that we did not get to because we lost our quorum, right, 2 weeks ago. There were a couple we didn't get to because we lost our quorum, remember?
We had to leave.
Yep. So, remember, we didn't get to
I
a couple of
recall,
them, right?
yes.
We had to end the meeting because we lost a quorum. So this was one that we didn't get to.
I don't believe the applicant's here now either.
So again, and no one is here, right, from, okay, well, look, the application is not complete. I don't have a map. I don't have a map that shows
Can I
wetlands.
see this for a moment?
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, whatever you want. I don't have a map that shows wetlands.
Thought I saw a wetland map in here.
Should be a wetland map in there.
Where's the shed?
That I don't see on this map. So it looks like we'd have to superimpose one on the other, and that would,
I can't do that.
no, I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Do you have any history on this one, of the applicant? I mean, should we just deny it for incomplete information?
I would say, you can, if they have until November 13th before their application expires. If they don't come in by that, I suggest you deny it.
Wouldn't we continue?
I'm
to-
fine with that.
It's in the wetlands right there.
Yeah, if
From the
Lepus is
driveway.
two sheds, if I remember correctly, one that's existing in the wetlands and one that's being moved into the wetlands.
Okay, well, again, so let's have the minutes show that the commission has questions about the location of the shed, a single map showing the location of the shed, where the wetlands are, where the upland review area is, and an understanding of what the disturbed linear feet of watercourse means. So with that, I'll make a motion to continue 27 Huckleberry Road to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Okay,
Dave
second.
seconds?
Yep, it's Huckleberry Hill Road.
Huckleberry Hill Road, thank you, Dave.
No, that's okay.
So all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. All right, 7 Lakeview.
Anyone here from 7 Lakeview?
Anybody here?
All the pre-winter sheds?
So again, we're gonna do the same thing, it just is not. This is install a 12 by I got the right one, right? Another shed?
Yep.
Install a 12 by 20-foot shed in the front driveway, disturbed wetland area, disturbed linear feet of watercourse, both are zeros. Do we have one map? Seven Lakeview. Where are the wetlands?
That's what I'm looking for. I
The
don't
lake.
see it on that map.
Anybody see it?
The lake.
Would it be the lake there?
What's
I
that?
think it would be the lake.
You see Lakeview Road. I don't know where the lake is. I don't
It's
know.
on the southeast side of the
Where is it, over
property.
here?
To the southeast. This is the corner of it right here. This is the lake. I don't know what these demarcations are.
I don't either.
So, let's continue.
Okay. We're gonna continue 7, make a motion to continue 7 Lakeview to our next regularly scheduled meeting and request that the applicant provide additional details about the location of the lake on the map they have provided.
Second.
I want to look at one more thing here
Jumping on there.
before and after a second. And that the property owner needs to complete the information called total wetlands on the property. It's currently unknown. And that needs to be a number. It can't be unknown. So with that,
You were going to second.
Rob
it.
seconds?
Second.
Yes,
Rob seconds. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. All right, now we're gonna do 2A Crossroad.
No, it should be under old business.
Remediation plan, it was back in the violation file.
Uh-oh.
Okay, 2A Crossroads, someone here for that? All right, so we've got the bond from Cosmos. So we've got a disturbed wetland area is 0, total wetland area in the property is 0, planting restoration plan. Okay. So this was a matter of a couple of trees, a red maple, and I think this was the bond, right? And we got the bond, and this was the red maples. There's my rating.
Here's where they were going.
Yep, and this was a new application, so we had to wait 2 weeks. So we've got the bond here. So we can set the bond for $1,000. All right, $1,000. Make it simple. and a planting report, that the trees need to be planted by the end of the year, and that we need survivability reports by December 25th, 2025, December 26th, and December 27. Okay? I think we're good with this one. Lori, got anything else for us?
I believe that's correct.
Okay.
I'm just checking the minutes real quick. We have the bond set.
Yep. All right, again, I want to thank the property owner for getting on this. So I'll make a motion, then we approve the application W-24-59 2A Crossroad, which is an application for remediation of a violation as described on a plan by the town of Brookfield with GIS map with a receipt date of September 23rd, 2024, though the map has been in the file from the previous meeting. And with all the usual stipulations, and that the bond be set at $1,000 and survivability reports provided by the owner, and that the trees be planted by year-end 2024, and that the property owner provide a survivability report in an email to the land use office describing which trees are surviving December 25, December of 2025, December of 2026, and December of 2027. And if 6 of the trees have survived through December of 27, the bond can be requested to be returned. I get that right?
I believe
I
so.
believe-
I'll second that.
All right, so Tom seconds that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Okay, 6 Edna Court. 9/23/24. Yeah, oh, great, good. You guys have I know you got a nasty problem here, so very, very nasty. So we'll get, for those of you who are gonna speak, Laura's gonna need your
Name and address.
name and address, and then you guys can tell us
Mike May,
what your current thinking is.
22 Spring Meadows, South Hadley, Massachusetts, here on behalf of my mom and dad, Bill and Sue Matty. My dad's got some hearing problems, Sue's got some speech problems, they make a great team, but you probably want to more efficiently deal with me.
Well, we'll deal with anybody, and we appreciate you have a very difficult problem. So we all have the same interest here. It gets fixed right the first time, right?
Yep.
And without any long-term damage to that little water course. So we had a long conversation the last time. Why don't you bring us up to speed on where your current thinking is here?
So after our discussion 2 weeks ago,
Yep.
we came up with a plan for retaining the grade. We spoke with the town zoning to make sure there were no zoning issues. We spoke with the building department to make sure there were no issues with the building department, and came up with a plan for retaining that slope so that we can minimize any erosion moving forward.
Okay, so I see a couple of new documents here. What should we be looking at? Is this,
Those two.
this is the,
So those two were received last week. If you turn to the next page.
this one?
Nope, next one. So they were received with that last week by the town.
Okay.
And that is the construction sequence.
All right, so you had talked about gabions the last time. Is that still the plan here?
Yes, so even with the gabions, there was concerns with those being more than 3 feet tall.
Okay.
Needing a building permit. We're not interested in getting a building permit. So 3 foot is the maximum height for those.
Okay, all right. Well,
Everything that
sounds like
happened-
that was a good conversation then.
Yeah, sure.
Good.
Everything beyond the gabions would be filled with structural fill, and then the top 12 inches would be 4 to 8 inch riprap.
Okay, so bear with me. So these these do not have a receipt date on them.
The 3 were received at the same time.
Bear with me one
Sure.
second. So there's no receipt date on. They're not.
Talk to my staff.
They're not stamped. Okay, so these were received beforehand, but I just put some dates on them, okay.
Okay.
So, there's 2 things we're going to figure out how to do. So this describes the profile. So this has got the 3x3 gabion basket. And then you're backfilling up the slope with,
The crosshatch at the bottom is structural fill, and then the top 12-inch layer would.
so what's structural fill? Is that clean fill? What is that?
It's it's proposed to be processed gravel.
Okay, here we go. Compacted structural fill or compacted gravel? Should it just be compacted gravel, not or?
So you can word it how you'd like.
I just need,
You can
just tell me what you're gonna put in.
3-inch processed gravel.
Okay, so I'm gonna delete structural fill and just leave compacted processed aggregate, cause that's stone. So I'm gonna delete this. Okay, we're gonna circle that, cause eventually you're gonna put some initials in there, okay? And then what goes on top? Riprap?
4 to 8-inch angular riprap.
Okay. And you're gonna, you got some boulders here?
That is just a little bit of protection in the stream at the base of the gabions.
And there are boulders down there now.
Okay, so you're gonna have to move them around, do you think? And
I'm thinking stones that have been displaced that need to, within the disturbed area, that could be moved by hand. So right now, we're not proposing to put any machinery down there
Okay.
unless absolutely necessary. Everything would, as shown on the plan, everything would be installed from the top slope.
okay, so first the debris, and that is, okay, all right. So how much stuff are you gonna take out of the stream?
0.
Well, you talk about you're taking debris out, right? So you're gonna take trees out?
So that work has been
That's-
done already?
That's not, okay, so that's gone, okay.
Yes. And the debris was debris that washed from the storm that was backing up the water.
Okay.
So within a week of the storm, the homeowner contracted to have that debris removed.
Okay,
Laura asked that I just include it
All right.
in the application.
okay, great, thank you for that.
Just
So,
to point out, the riprap only comes up to here, and then you have topsoil on the top.
yeah. So this is approximately 50 feet or 60 feet plus or minus?
Plus
That's
or
the
minus,
length of
yes.
this?
Mhm.
And it's going to be right on the edge of the stream?
Yes.
So are you gonna have to put, we had a really interesting document from the federal government about installing gabions, and they, not that I'm an engineer, but they talk about putting like a process base underneath that. Is that the plan here as well?
So I do have the new specifications from the state of Connecticut.
Okay.
That just came out.
Good.
That just came out effective March 30th of 2024.
All right.
Where they do speak about gabions in here.
So tell me, let's take a look at this.
In this particular situation, the state of Connecticut doesn't have any suggestions for what their base is, other than it would be a level, compacted base.
Okay, well, again, that's, you know, again, we want the same thing. We want this thing to work right the first time. Okay, so you're not having to do any excavations down here stream side. You're not having to put any processed gravel underneath this, right?
Unless the commission believes that we should be excavating within the stream, no.
Okay, well, I'm not the engineer. That's why I was just asking, because I'm just asking what your plan was. I just wanted to be sure. So right now you
Level
don't have.
compacted base of existing material.
All right, and that is,
It should talk about that with the gabions here, about what it's getting placed on.
Install retaining structures, man-made gabions with.
okay, so there is, so that is telling me that you're not having to excavate under this bad boy.
No.
Okay, and bring down extra material.
Correct.
Okay, good. I just want to understand. I don't know what the right answer is. I was just, that's why I was asking, trying to
Sure.
understand.
So again, I
We've
did
never.
consult with the state of Connecticut to see what they had to say about
Yeah,
it.
good.
They didn't say anything.
All right, that's good.
You know, do you want to give yourself a little bit more leeway, because you don't sound completely 100% confident about no excavating equipment?
So I'm confident. What my concern is what the commission will allow. So I'm trying to give the commission a little bit of leeway to direct me one way or the other. If you'd like a compacted base under there,
I'm not- no, no, no,
we
no.
can draw that in, and I'll be
No.
happy to initial
No,
that.
no, no, I'm asking, only because I was reading, that it can be something that an engineer might suggest. That's why I'm asking, it's just a point of clarification, okay? I'm not trying to give you a bad time here, really not. Okay, and you're bringing all this stuff in from the top of the property,
Yes.
and right now, you don't have to go into the stream for anything. You had talked about going to fish out some rocks or something like that, you don't?
Completely disregarded that,
Okay,
given the discussion we had
okay,
last
great.
meeting.
Okay, good. Okay. And just generally, this is something you guys are trying to get done soon, right? Okay. Okay, all right, we're gonna have to probably end up, Laura, I'm gonna have to probably end up signing both of these, okay? Because I think this one is, and I appreciate you putting together the profile here. I think we're gonna have to do both of them, okay?
A quick question.
Yeah.
In the notes,
Mm-hmm.
it says downstream approximately 60 feet, there is a deposit of rock, gravel, and shale presumed to be from this area. Is this area downstream or upstream?
Downstream.
So it's,
Oh, sorry, this area,
Yeah.
sorry, you missed our discussion last week. So there, last meeting, there's 110 yards of material that washed out of the hillside. About 50 yards of that is sitting in the stream downstream.
okay, so from the back of the house. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's awful. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, just said looking to get going on it soon, just 'cause that way plantings can start to take.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, including nasty invasives. Okay, well, look, I appreciate everything that you have done for your client. I appreciate you making the phone call to the building permit people and understanding what's necessary and what's not. And I appreciate this, I appreciate the profile, and I appreciate the construction sequence. I think we're not engineers, so, I think this is gonna be approved here. I wanna be very clear. We're not approving it because we know it's gonna work. That's on you. All right, what we care about is that whatever you're gonna do is not gonna wreck that little stream. That's the only thing that you're getting with our approval, okay? You got a great guy here, I'm sure you're gonna get done right, but I wanna be so clear, whether it works or not is on you, but you're taking care of the little stream, and that's what we care about, okay?
Super.
Make sense?
Totally understand.
All right. Okay, so with that, I'll make a motion to approve the application W-24-66 Edna Court, with all the usual stipulations as described on two documents. First, a profile with a received date of September 23rd, 2024 by Dean Pushlar, thank you, which describes the profile, and a second document with also a received date of September 23rd, 2024 by Dean Pushlar. Both have a date of September 18th, 2024. And also including the construction sequence, or incorporating the construction sequence for the repair. No silt fence. Did I miss anything? Okay, all right, so that's the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. All right, good luck.
Yes,
Yeah,
good luck.
Yep.
I'd like to say that at 80 years old, this is the first time I've ever been to anything like this. And I thank you all so very much for your time, effort, and ability.
Well, you're very welcome. I tell
Yes.
everyone, we're better than anything that's on TV. That's what I tell everybody. Well, good luck, okay?
Yeah. Take care now.
And that's where it's only one gate in the bottom.
Yeah, that was a really interesting document. ABC. I really enjoyed reading that, so,
The 190-page one?
yeah. Yeah, it was really interesting. Did you get a chance to read it? It was good. It really was, about streams.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I tried.
Good, good, good,
Trying.
good. Yeah, that's a step in the right
I-
direction.
I read
Trying is
parts.
good.
Read
Okay.
Little Beach paragraph, I think I read the whole Gabion section.
Anybody here for the public hearing besides the applicant? Okay, good. All right, so let's continue then. Let's go on to new business. 4 Broadview Road, application for tree removal. Anybody here for 4 Broadview Road?
This is received today, so we can't act on it too.
Okay, well, I can take a look at it maybe, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
The vacant lot.
All right, we'll take a quick look. What is it again?
4 Broadview.
4 Broadview.
Probably that's why they want tree removal.
Yeah. I don't see anything on the map.
Old business, new business. 4 Broadview, tree removal. That sounds like it's more than one tree.
It's an empty lot.
That's although the Lord might have given it to him. What do we have here? All right, we have an application for clear trees and brush for a new home and septic area. Oh, my goodness. 0.95 acres, disturbed wetland area, 822 square feet. Total wetlands on the area, 822 square feet. Disturbed linear feet of watercourse is 0. Disturbed total feet of watercourse is 0. So let's go understand what this 882 square feet
The
is.
wetlands is the corner of the property here.
Okay, so, I don't understand. I've got wetlands here, and I've got a little note here that says limits of clearing?
Clearing the trees.
Which
So-
didn't make sense to me and asked for clarification from the applicant to have the research.
All right, I'll make a motion then that we continue, I wanna get going here. Continue 4 Broadview Road to our next regular scheduled meeting, with a request to the applicant to clarify the
Limits.
note called limits of clearing and how that relates to the 882 square feet of disturbed wetlands.
And it does look like there's a little piece of wetlands at the very end if he's
Tom-
clearing that whole thing.
Tom, seconds?
Second.
So, keep going? I
Oh,
don't know.
no, it looks like, without any clarification, there is a little piece of wetlands at the very end that could be cleared.
Yeah, well, that's what I don't understand. Why does this say limit and then there's that? I don't understand.
Yeah, and why isn't there a line there?
Is anybody here from 84 Laurel Hill Road? Okay, oh, good, so are we. So are we.
We didn't vote on that.
Oh, yeah, we have to vote that we're
Oh,
gonna continue.
thank you, Rob. So all
Yeah,
those in
good job.
favor to continue for Broadview to our next regularly scheduled meeting? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. All right, 84 Laurel Hill. So are we. I'm trying to go as fast as reasonable. Not as fast as I can, but as fast as reasonable.
I just wanna plant the trees.
I hear ya. We
You wanna get done with it at this
we
point?
wanna be done. All right, so we've got, I got a little note here, needs a soil report or construction sequence.
Report flow, that's from, GMA.
Yeah, I don't,
I thought he said the last time he was saying.
I only have access to what's sent to us
what? Where are the wetlands on this thing? We-
back.
They're in the
Wetlands
back,
from the back edge.
Property, off the property line.
they're in the back.
And I think the upland review comes up into the property a little bit there.
So where's, what can we do here?
I have this. I don't know if it looks like there are plantings there
This is what
and there.
I'm planning to put it on.
You have that, how come, how come
come
I
you
don't
don't
have
have
that?
I have it too.
That's
Does
good.
that not make it into the file?
Well, not that I can see, let me say that.
Have mine.
Did we drop off?
You
the
might
copy?
Yeah,
have
Rob,
it
Rob is nicely
here.
donating his.
Thanks, Rob. Okay, so.
You may also have a copy in there.
I know, but I'm looking for it in the file,
Yeah.
so. Rob, I'm gonna take yours, right? Oh, I hate to keep dragging this out. Cause he's only putting, he's putting in a whole bunch of trees.
If I remember correctly, a lot more than you're asking for, so.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right, right.
Seven.
That's what I'm remembering. I'm trying to see what we can do to be done with this. That gets consistent with everything else we've done. I half remember some discussion with Jim.
I thought he was here.
I thought he was
Speak
here
on
and
behalf of your,
he said that the wetlands were
off the,
off the property.
Yeah, I mean, we can say.
but I thought we also had,
When was the last time you talked to Jim about the report?
Oh, a long time ago when he sent it that, I'm gonna say 3 months.
When here's the challenge we've got. I'm trying to figure out a way to get this done,
Right.
so please understand that. Because yours is not a grievous problem here. You know, this is not wetlands that have been destroyed. This is not a water course that has been destroyed. This is, you know, just some wetlands that need the shade back.
That's all.
That's what we need, okay? So I'm trying to figure out what can we do, again, that's consistent with every other application here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just wanna put the trees back, so,
according to our minutes, it does say that Mr. McManus spoke, he advised he is working on the soil report and should have it ready by next week, but I did not receive anything.
And these are all trees gonna be planted in the upland review area. So where is the soil? Who did this map? Did you do this? Who did this for you?
This map right here.
Yeah, who did this for you?
This one is, that one that I had it.
You had it, so
Yeah.
this is your
This is-
handwriting.
Yes, this is
Oh,
what
I wrote on it too.
What's that?
I wrote on one too.
Yeah,
It's where it says 30 trees.
yeah. It-
Shown.
Somehow it fell out of this folder. I don't wanna hold this up just for the report, I just don't wanna do that. Let's do this, because again, I think we wanna be consistent with everything that we do for everyone. And again, some of these violations, they're in wetlands, or they've knocked down enormous amount of trees that are shading. These wetlands are off the property. This is just really tree planting to replace some trees that he took down that are in the upland review area. So I think in the greater scheme of things, this one is, I don't know what the right term is.
Easier.
I don't know about easier, but it's not as grievous, is the word that I'm thinking of. So I think, do us a favor here. I think we're gonna approve this tonight, okay, your plan as described here. Now, how many trees did you take down again?
6.
Okay, so we're only gonna ask for a bond on 6. Okay, so we're gonna ask for a bond, 6 trees.
Do we have the planting list or no?
I put it there.
Okay.
Yeah, we have,
Giant pines.
20 giant pine trees. Giant pine trees.
Yeah, that's what they call.
What do you think your caliper is gonna be, 2-3 inches? What are you gonna,
What do you mean?
the diameter of the
Thing is,
trunk?
They are like 4 to 5 feet.
4 to 5 feet tall?
Yeah, 45 feet. They are around $60 to $95.
So on the map, there's 30 trees.
Yeah, but he only took down
No, it's just
6.
He's
I'm
putting
just
down
saying.
more than he
Yeah.
has to.
There's 30 on the map.
Yeah,
He's gonna plant 20.
yeah.
Just, we gotta be sure.
Oh,
Yeah, no, but what I'm gonna be doing is with the trees, like you recommended that 20, 30, 20, 30. That's what I'm showing.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
but
think
the-
Rob's asking, is there 20 trees or 30?
Well, there's
Oh,
Well,
20, so
I'm
there's
just
not,
saying, there's 30 on the map.
there's
If you
30 on
count
the
them,
map.
Oh.
There's 30.
He's
Yeah.
only.
Oh, Rob
responsible-
counted 'em.
He's only responsible for 6 though, so.
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's 30
There's
on
30 on the map.
We're saying put in 20, but
Oh,
there's
yeah,
30 on the
I
map.
pro-
So we
I
just
mean-
for clarity.
Yeah, no, the probably, I mean.
You're right.
That,
I didn't
that,
count 'em,
Oh,
thanks,
we
Rob.
could say 25.
But 20's a lot.
and call it-
Yeah, no,
call it a day,
I'm
but-
agree with that. The only thing is like, I was trying to, I put a 20, but the main idea right here is to have the trees between 30 and 20 feet.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
you know what I mean, like you suggested, so
Yeah.
I did like that.
Okay, all
I
right.
didn't pay attention that I mark it out, so I.
All right, so, I think you're gonna plant 20, and you're gonna revise the map. So, 30 trees shown.
You could just cross them out.
Yeah, let's
Cross
just
out
X
10
them
of
out. Yeah, okay, so, you're not doing 30. We're just gonna X out for these, you're just gonna buy 20. Okay. So, we're just gonna, I'm just gonna make a approval note. Locations are
Roughly determined by the map.
roughly roughly determined. Applicant has discretion on
Exact location.
exact location of the 20 trees. Okay, but they will be installed in the area, will be planted in the general area, okay? So exactly where you plant them, we're not going to care so much, okay? I think that takes care of, thanks Rob for that.
Sorry about that.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna set a bond, you got 6 trees for $100 each. We're gonna set a bond for $500, okay? So you gotta, we're gonna plant them this year, right?
Yeah.
Or $600.
5, make it a nice round number.
Okay, yeah,
Nice round
he had
number.
said 60 to
He did,
95,
yeah,
so
so
yeah,
a
that's
nice
good.
round number, $500. So you're gonna have to set a bond for $500. You're gonna get them installed this year, right? Right away. So next year, next December of 2025, December of 2026, and December of 27, you're gonna send us an email. And you're gonna say, of the 6, how many are still alive? And if 5 of them are alive, December of 27, you can request your $500 back. Okay? All right, I think we're good to go here. So this is the map, wetlands off property.
That's the reservoir, isn't it?
I think it's the old quarry pond.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Wetlands off
Turtle Farm.
property on west side. So this is the map I'm gonna approve, okay? Jeez, okay, here we go. I'll make a motion then to approve 84 Laurel Hill Road. It's application number W-24-61, which is a remediation plan to deal with a notice of violation. A hand-drawn plan with a receive date of September 23rd shows the general location of 20 pine trees, 4 to 5 feet in height. It shows the general location of where these 20 pine trees, 4 to 5 feet in height, will be located. There will be a bond set for the 6 trees closest to the west side of the property line and the known wetlands just off the property. And that bond will be $500. The property owner will provide an email we will plant the trees before the end of 2024 and will provide an email by December 31st, 2025, December 31st, 2026, December 31st, thank you, Dave, 2027, about the survivability of those 6 trees. And if 5 of the 6 trees have survived the bond, he can request that the bond be returned.
What if more than one dies?
Then we'll deal with that when it happens. We may have to replant them. Okay. So, and one last note, the map now identifies the general location of the pine trees that are involved in the bond.
Second.
Okay, Tom seconds. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. You're in business.
Thank you
And
so
now you
much.
know a lot more about wetlands, right?
I mean, I love them.
I do too.
You got a whole
I do
education
too.
on it.
I do too. All right, moving right along. What's next?
Alright, thank you.
4
Take
Hidden
care.
Brook. Anybody here for 4 Hidden Brook?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Okay, get your, if you could, your name and address to Laura while I get the file for
Art Solange.
4 Hidden Brook. Okay, gentlemen, let's just take a quick look at this application here. We'll be cutting trees down in the backyard. How many?
I believe we marked this 8.
8? Big, what's, 8 big trees?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Okay. So
most of
8,
them dead trees.
8 trees, okay. Disturbed wetland area, 0, total wetland, 0, disturbed, well, disturbed upland review area, okay. So 0, 0, 0. Okay, do me one favor here. Just somebody drop their initials. It's 8 trees.
I think you should amend that application, though, because you say you're cutting trees, you do not mention regrading, though. When I was out there, I did notice that there was some regrading.
I believe in the
It's-
application, not regrading, but filling up, but I did say grading, yes.
There's nothing in the
But not
application
on
about,
the description. You wrote it somewhere on something, but it's not on the actual application.
all I have on the
Okay.
application is taking down trees.
I'm
What else
sorry.
are you planning?
Yeah, you want to put down the specific number of trees, I
Yeah,
would
8.
think?
He just did that.
Correct, we did that.
What
And,
else are you doing?
Well, what we did is we're just filling up the holes that we had on the backyard, on the grass area, nothing on any of the, and I have it marked, you want me to put it in?
Yeah, I just need a quick description that says you
I
wanna.
did.
He
I
has
did-
a project.
On one of the map, I have an
Okay, but
85
it's,
feet, if
it
you
just
look
help
at-
us out here. It's just gotta go there.
He has a project sequence in here
Okay,
too.
that's good.
Where do you want me to put that? Anywhere?
Right here. What else are you gonna do?
So, in the spirit of candor, are you going to tell them that certain work has already been completed? That some of these trees have been taken down prior to me going out there, and there is a big stockpile of them on the wrong side of the silt fence?
What we, or what my brother did is, the only tree that was cut is the left side, I believe that was marked. This other one, they're not cut yet.
Okay, I need a map.
I can
There should be one
fill
with the
you up
numbers
with
of
that.
the ones they proposed.
I see pictures of the trees. That's good-ish, kind. Oh, here's some that are taken down.
They're like they were before. You want me to explain that?
Yeah, I
So
need,
this
where are
is-
the wetlands on this property?
So, as our understanding is, there are no wetlands within our property.
There is a corner of wetlands on your property.
Based on the soil report, when about 15 years ago, when the addition was.
20-something years ago, over 20 years ago, it was 2000.
So that's where we had an application, there was no wetlands within property. Nevertheless.
Okay,
due to that corner,
yeah,
we're not touching.
I missed that, cause I was looking at column 1 here, it says total wetland area on the property is 0.
That's what.
But then it has upland review area, so there's no wetlands on the property?
Correct.
They're off the property? They're on the property? I need a map. This shows me where the,
So here's a map of the wetlands, just a tiny corner on the property.
Oh,
I
so-
have some pictures that depict actually some of the work that's been done.
okay, alright,
My biggest concern,
yeah. There's no is there, we have a violation on this?
we did not, we do
Okay.
have a violation, no, actually,
We
this
don't
was
yet.
the frog pond that wasn't a frog pond.
Oh, the frog pond, not
I
a
thought
frog
so.
pond,
To
alright.
dismiss the violation on it.
Okay.
They filed an application to cut down trees. Some of the trees were actually removed when I went out to the property already.
Okay.
My big concern really is that the trees that have been removed are one on the wrong side of the silt fence and actually border the wetlands. There's a substantial amount of trees that have been taken down. Not all of them, I believe, were in the upland review area, but it's very difficult to tell now which. And there was heavy machinery back there at some point in time.
Okay. So this is the, is this,
She
gotta
said
go
that,
this way?
Laura said there was wetlands right there.
So this goes this way. So this now corresponds to this. So the wetlands,
right there.
so, okay, so here's the wetlands on here, and the trees are, so there's a 75-foot, I don't have a scale on this, there's a 75-foot upland review area from that corner of the wetlands. So anything that you did in that 75-foot buffer, including taking trees down, requires a permit. If
Well,
it's out of the upland review area, then we're not so worried about that. But I don't have the upland review area on this map,
All right, so.
and I don't have a scale. You're gonna have to give
well,
me,
this here is our 85 feet
from what?
from the house.
I don't care.
From the wetlands, we're
Where's-
over 100 feet on this area where we're talking
Show,
about.
you gotta get me a map, sir, that shows me, a line that shows me 75 feet from the wetlands that are on this corner. That's what I need. I don't
Well,
have it.
Again, if we just simply look at it, this garage is 30 feet, and if you scale, you're over 250 feet.
This map does not have a scale on it.
No, I'm just saying, if you look at the house, the garage is 30 feet.
I'm not,
Over here, you're over 250 feet, we're nowhere near.
I can't,
We decided that there was at least a few trees, which is what triggered the, and that it was in the upland review area, which is why we wanted to submit the application.
I honestly don't believe any of those trees are within 75 feet.
That's what I need
But
is
out of the good caution, I said I'll pull the permit. However, the other trees, now that we're talking, because this sounds like, and I'm here for a different reason, not for that, honestly. None of these trees, the trees that were taken, they were taken up on the front of the house and close to the house that we marked. The only tree that was taken out is number 1, that is a complete dead tree that was suggested from Fran and you that we should take it out because it's so dangerous. None of the other trees that marked in here are taken out, just
okay,
only
look,
one tree.
I can't, this is all good conversation, sir. But I need to understand, because this map does not have a scale to it, and I'm not disrespecting your, showing me 35. I need a map that shows me a line that's 75 feet from this wetland, and then wherever that is, because I don't know, it could be here, it could be there, I don't
Let me
know.
just say this, just for what are we talking? Is no trees getting cut anywhere from here this way?
I don't know what that distance is, though.
This here?
Yeah,
I mean, I can scale it
I
with very
can't-
easy with anything that you want me to.
this
I mean,
doesn't have a
I
scale.
can mark it on the plans.
This doesn't have a scale.
So are you saying you want my brother to draw a map for you guys?
Yeah, that shows where
No,
the,
then you know what, we're just gonna leave those trees. Because again, that, the cost to cut a tree that is dangerous, again, you saw that tree was falling.
So my
Unless-
concern really is that the fact we have a large amount of trees from areas that I don't know from where they came from on the property, because the work was done, completed prior to the permit being issued, and it's
Which we
being
didn't think
stored
we
on the
needed.
opposite side. That is not true because you filled out the application.
I fill up the application for the dead trees that is not even cut.
Excuse me, sir, I believe I'm speaking at the moment, which is stored on the wrong side of the silt fence. Please let me finish. You'll have your turn as soon as I'm done. When I went out to the property, I explained that that was my number 1 concern, that the work was completed without the application being heard, 1, and that 2, we have the trees being stored on the other side of the silt fence closer to the wetlands. So I have not issued a violation and gave you an opportunity to come in and speak with the commission to discuss the work that was done. But I am concerned about the large amount of trees that are being stored, which might or might not be the trees that were marked on that map. I don't know. All I know is one of those trees in the pile has an X on it, which indicates it was probably one of the ones that we had marked.
So, for me, why I'm here is two things. The area that you're considering that is close to the waterway is a area that was maintained, mowed, and taken care of from both neighbors. So the area which the trees are, which are these right over here.
This is the other side of the silt fence.
Correct. But this is, again, we just did that because
Why is there silt fence?
the silt fence is because of the grading that we did on the backyard within the existing grass that we have, and she can see that, so she knows.
Well, I think
this
that's
was
what
there.
okay.
Correct. So, that's why we put that fence in here. But as you can see, from this prior,
I can't see anything, because a picture doesn't help us. What helps us is a map like this that shows what you're doing, or what you have done, on
and
the
again,
map.
if you go back to this one, this is exactly what's on it.
That's fine. I need to know where the upland review area is, and I can't tell from this photo. I can't tell. Because if it's 75 feet from this, that's what I'm gonna care about. If it's on the other 75 feet, I don't even, you can worry about that, not me.
But that's fine, and then I guess what we could do is we can mark that in there. Our
It's
concern
gotta be,
is-
it's gotta be to scale. You can't just, I can't accept something where you just draw a line and you tell me it's 75 feet. I need something that's
You
to
also
scale.
need something
An
for tree
actual
too,
map.
'cause you got wetlands over here too.
And there's some, and this looks like,
I'm not sure what the hash marks are.
I don't know what those hash marks are. Cause this is not, I don't know where that came from. I don't know if this is that, I don't know.
We just need a map.
Well, I understand. I'm just trying to save my brother the cost of going
I
and
know.
getting a surveyor and a map and everything else that's associated.
No,
with
it may
it.
be
I mean,
indicated
because
already.
I mean, we've been forthcoming in here. We came here for a frog pond that didn't exist, for something that was coming water, and we've been here for many, many weeks. Again, this area that we're talking about, you don't have to scale it, but you have eyes to see it, guys, just so you can understand it, so we're not coming out of anywhere. The water course is at the back of that house. The gentleman in the back.
What water course?
Let me show you for a second.
No,
This is
show me on the map, sir.
Exactly.
May I
what
have
I'm
this
showing you.
back?
What water course? Please.
This is the water course, this is a map, man. So this is what we're talking about, this is our property. This is where the water course is that goes on the back.
Then the
which is
upland-
on the other property, somewhere in there. So this is the area over here, that's the reason I came in here, not because I know of any violation. But I came in here just to say that this area where he stored the logs, prior to that, there were logs stored in there because that's where they were cut. But this area is a grass area. On the back of our property, which comes in here, or my brother's property, this other guy have a swing set, and he uses it all the time.
Good.
So it's not that it is a wetland, in
That-
our opinion. I'm not saying as far as soil test and all the other stuff,
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
okay.
It still falls within the upland review area of the wetlands.
Correct. But again, just so we're coming, these are an older stuff that they were stored, that they were falling from the things before. So that's where we put it. And we don't mind moving that, again.
Look, let me try and, I know you've been here and there was a long conversation about the frog pond and was that wetlands or was it not? And everybody was trying to do the right thing. Here's where we are. The pictures are great. It doesn't help the four of us understand where these 8 trees are as it relates to this upland review area, which is, there's a water course, it's now 100 feet from the water course. So that's what you gotta help us out with. If,
So our
I-
thing is, again, the water course is not within our property.
I understand that, but
the
the state of,
wetlands,
but
they're
bear with me
saying
one
that they
second. The state of
cut-
Connecticut says you gotta care.
No, we do care.
I know
We
you do.
care.
I
We
know.
do care, for sure.
Okay.
But the other thinking is, again, that for us to measure it, again, we can measure from our property, but our work course, unless we go to somebody else's property, is gonna be a little bit harder for us.
Then
to
use
prove.
this one.
Correct, and that's what we try to do. And we can, easily scale this. I mean, now,
That's
we
what
do
I'm-
have an old, again, map.
This one's scaled, isn't it?
It does. But again, you know, so this is 85 feet, so we can roughly scale it, and you'll see it exactly that you're
Good.
way over 200. We're not talking about we're within 50 feet or 25 feet, guys.
Good.
If we're not, you know, on this corner. But my concern is, and this is what's gonna come down to, is where we store, or where he stored that, and we can move them if you guys say, okay, let's move them.
I don't know where they are.
Well, again, they're in the back, they're right over here. But we didn't mark that because we didn't see it as interest, because that's our backyard, that's where our existing backyard is. Or at least that's where he's.
Out there, though, I did say that that was my concern.
I understand, and but that's why I'm here, because he told me that that was your concern. What I'm trying to tell you guys is that, again, we put that on the existing mode, existing taken care of loan area. The reason that wasn't taken care of this year, that we didn't cut the mow, is because we stopped anything going that way because of what we were gonna do. But this is, again, these are the the proofs that you can see that that area is always taken care of and is before, prior to any work or any trees or anything getting done. So for future, I'm saying is, what do we do? That's why I came here. Now, for me to mark that, easy enough. I can mark that on the plan.
Please.
That we have. Now, that plan doesn't have any wetlands, and
Mark it on this one, because this has got wetlands. You can use this.
but that's what this is.
Okay, even if it doesn't have any
Because Laura gave me
wetlands,
that.
it still has upland.
No,
review.
that's for
So-
me.
So mark the
I'd
upland
like to
review.
keep that. Thank you.
I don't know what that scale is. I know what this scale is, but I don't know what that scale
This
is.
is an inch to 50. Why don't you take this?
That's what, yeah,
So you're okay with using this?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is to scale. Somebody get a marker here. There's a water course. This is just wetlands.
So you're saying, okay, I'm sorry.
75,
I got it.
get a big marker. We're gonna mark 75. We can probably, I don't have a ruler with me, but we'll get a ruler. You can get a ruler. 75 feet. This one's to scale, so it's out this. Take a protractor and go just like that. Just follow it along that property. And then if you could, please, show me where these trees are. Put that silt fence on, and anything that is to the left side of that 75-foot marker, that's what we're gonna talk about. And if you can get that done, and it's complete, you know, for our next meeting, which is a month from, yeah, it's October 28th, we can avoid a notice of violation, which nobody wants to do.
Which could definitely involve the wood pile too.
And you gotta show me where the silt
Turning it
fence is and this wood pile on this map.
You want it on this map instead
I
of-
want it on that map.
instead of the other map. Okay. That's
You
not
want
an
this one?
issue. Yeah, I can take that.
Yep. Okay.
Shoot for-
And then also talk about where this grading is. Where this, show that grading, whatever that is, on this map as well.
And, yeah, I'll show it in here.
Yep.
so within that, basically,
Please,
comes to the
please.
bottom of
The
tree.
pictures are great, the map is what's important. Okay?
Is there anything else, Laura, that we should?
Nope, I was just concerned about really the stockpile.
And again, we have zero concern about the stockpile because we can move it. They were gonna leave it there, cut it for wood, you know.
Just
but
put it,
that's-
please.
On the plan
Just
set,
put it on the
Mark
plan.
it all on one plan so we can actually look at it.
Right.
This is why the no violation had been issued, and I asked you to come in.
Okay?
All right, well, thank you very much, guys.
All right.
Well, you're being very nice, Sharon.
Okay.
Letting them use that.
Okey dokey.
Thank you, guys.
All right,
Okay.
and again,
Okay, have a
I
good
think
day.
part of the, like I said, now that you know where the wetlands are, please, anything, and once you get that line marked, please, anything you do in that requires a permit before you do it.
You have the flag
Right.
flagged in the field.
Right.
I'm sorry?
You have it flagged.
We have flagged the trees.
Yes.
Are we keeping
You also
these?
flagged a portion of
Or are
the
they
road.
taking
I don't,
them?
I don't care, I don't know what that
Portion
is.
of wetlands is a little bit harder for us to
All right.
understand where it comes.
Well, what do you want to do with these?
I don't know what it is.
And there was interesting conversation.
Do you want that?
I don't know what it is.
There are pictures of the property.
I don't-
Wait, before, should they, do we want them for the
I
file,
don't,
or
I
do?
don't,
You don't?
I don't.
Okay, you can take them.
All right, I'll make a motion then to continue W-24-62 4 Hidden Brook Drive to our next regularly scheduled, to our next,
All right, have a good night, guys.
take care, to our next
Motion
regular,
to continue is from
Yeah, I'm making it right now. With the agreement by the owner that he will submit a map, a scaled map showing the 75-foot upland review area, the location of the 8 trees, the silt fence, and the location of, is it a dirt pile or down logs?
Storage of logs.
Storage of logs.
Log pile.
And any grading that he has done, and also the grading that he would like to do, and to distinguish between them. A
Second.
second? Thanks, Rob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. 2 Maple Tree Road. Application to move a shed.
Reference.
Remove and replace.
Anybody here?
I'm sorry, Corizio, 2 Maple Street? Thank you.
Did you, Laura, get your name and address?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, so do I. I don't think so. I think, what did I, shoot, did I lose my agenda?
I didn't do it, wasn't me.
Was it you? Oh, shoot. All right, Tom, why don't you get them going? I wish I could put my agenda.
This is 2 Maple Tree Road, right?
Okay, so removing a shed and
Moving a shed, yeah.
Well,
moving, it-
Removing.
yeah, I see in one place it says moving, another place it says removing.
Yeah, it's just moving, taking the existing shed, turning it 90 degrees and moving it in towards the east side of the property, and then replacing it in its existing position with a larger one.
Okay.
2 kids come home from college, there's a lot of crap.
Oh, I believe you. Okay, thanks, Tom. So I see that I have move
Do this
an
again.
existing shed to the backyard and replace it. Okay, now, disturbed wetland area, 472 square feet.
That's the sum total of the 2 sheds.
It's called the disturbed wetland area.
It's just surprising to me, everything, half my backyard now is in
Wetlands.
wetlands.
Last page says map. So it's,
Almost made me fall off
okay.
a cliff.
So this is,
So this is where the existing shed is now.
okay,
It's gonna be moved inside of we have a chain link fence that goes around the whole outside of the backyard. So it's gonna get moved inside of that chain link fence, and then this new one, they're gonna be brought in the same place.
so is this all grass? How far is
Yeah,
the grass?
everything's, all of this is lawn.
Lawn to the back of the property?
Yep.
Lawn here?
Lawn goes down here.
It's all
All of
along.
this is lawn here and back here. This is
side yard
all
and back
dirt,
yard.
woods and whatnot.
Eh.
This is 133 out here.
So just real quick, so I see the chain link fence.
Yeah.
This is the new location of the existing shed.
Correct.
Where's the existing location of the existing
Where
shed?
the new shed
Where
is.
the new shed's
Okay.
going.
So we're just making that pad bigger. It currently sits on a gravel pad.
Got
We're
it.
gonna make that a little bit bigger to accommodate the larger shed. We're gonna put a new gravel pad on top of the lawn where the old shed is going.
Was there a prior map that had less wetland?
There, when
this
we
the
put,
first
when
time
we
you ever-
well, when we contracted or permitted the first shed 15, 20 years ago, it wasn't even a concern when we got the permit. So when I was told about this, I almost fell out of my chair. But I have to say, and I appreciate, you were very forthcoming and with information and helped me with the whole process, so even though I had a hard start, I'm here today with
So they're going on crushed stone pads, both of
Yeah.
them?
Should the showing
And
just
they're both
going to the side of the
pre-manufactured,
fence.
they both came from
Yeah,
the same
going
place.
right there.
Flipping up there and turning 90 degrees.
And then another
Bigger one
shed.
going
So
there.
you're bringing in the crushed stone in a,
Look at it, it's all grass.
Yeah.
in a dump truck and
It's a
and you're
stream.
gonna have some bobcat push it around, or how's
I'm
that gonna work?
assuming so, they're doing it, so they didn't give me the particulars on how, but I'm assuming it would be with a small machine.
Okay, well, this is new business, so the state of Connecticut says we can't approve it tonight, we gotta wait 2 weeks, and for you, that's going to be October 28th.
Like, what,
Yeah, I know. we have to deal with Columbus Day. So Columbus Day happens on a Monday, so we're not having a meeting on Columbus Day, or whatever it's called today. I don't, is it called
it's
Columbus Day?
Indigenous.
It still is.
Did I get that wrong?
Depends
Whoops.
who you
No,
talk
it
to.
still is.
Oh
one of
dear, I
those.
can't keep track of everything.
That's
So I
a-
can't
Change-
approve it
change your
today.
way.
So, I can give you one piece of homework though. Have your contractor, write you a little note that says how he's going to bring that stone in. Is he gonna be bringing a dump truck and dumping it? Cause now we gotta think about, I assume he wants to back off your driveway and back there
He
and
can
dump
come
it, or?
in. There's a stone wall that rolls around the front here and stops. There's a break, like a 20-foot break over here
Okay,
that he could back in here if he had to.
Is that what this rope-looking thing is?
I believe that's.
Stone wall?
That's actually more the existing tree line.
that's it,
Yeah,
yeah.
the house, that's more of a couple of trees.
Yeah, no, the stone wall's out here,
Oh, okay.
and then it wraps around the front of the house, out, close to the property line, close to the street.
Well, there's just trees all along 133 there too, right?
Yeah.
The stone.
Oh, I
break,
see right
yeah,
here.
you
Back.
can kind of see that.
Okay, right there.
Very slight.
Google doesn't like your
Google,
screen.
yeah, Google's not wonderful, but helpful at times, right?
Okay, I'm not very excited about him, backing in through wetlands. But anyways, get him to describe how he's going to do that. Let me think for a second. So he's just, yeah, get him to describe that, would you? Is he gonna dump stuff and then bring in, tamping equipment, or is he gonna have to dig down?
No,
Does he,
just do it.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, ask him to describe that. Is he gonna
Okay.
have to
I-
dig down into the soil? Is he just gonna mount it on the top? Ask him to describe that for you, please.
If I had to guess, it probably wouldn't be much more than a mason dump, so it's not like you're gonna have a large dump truck in there.
So it looks like this area right here, right, is just kind of open. Right?
Yeah.
So that's open, so, I mean,
Well,
one,
no, this is our driveway.
yeah, but right,
That's a stone wall.
So there's a stone wall opening. The stone wall starts
Oh,
right
this is all
there
stone wall.
and goes all the way across here and
Okay.
over here. There's an opening over here before all the trees and debris.
you got a lot of trees in your driveway.
Yeah.
It's hard
I'm
to
trying to
see.
see. All right, so let's see. Driveway is here,
Yeah,
right?
alright, so this is
So
all
this stone, this
wall.
is the stone wall out here.
Okay,
Right, and this is the opening I'm
Right.
talking about. Some of these trees don't exist anymore
Yeah.
because they came down in the storm. The microburst or macroburst, whatever they call it.
I'm just saying, it would be, you know, if this is
It'd
the way
be
he's
in
gonna
this-
come in, he'd have
Yeah,
to,
he'd come in this
he'd be
area
all
here.
over this. But if there was some other way he could come in, just,
Well,
you know, I don't
yeah,
know.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, if they came into the driveway and dropped it here and then took it down there on the Bobcat, they could do that and come in off the corner of the house this way.
You could just drag it right off the wetland area.
I mean, this is all lawn now.
Yeah, I know, the only problem is that it's in, it's not even upland review, it's just, I mean, the body of water is so far away, it's,
Well,
I
the,
saw
the
it.
pink, the pink is what the state tells us is
Pool.
wetlands.
yeah.
You
Right,
know.
which was a surprise to me.
Yeah,
And-
well,
and
I
I
think
get it, and I
here's-
think the only way I can appeal that is if I get a soil scientist.
That's
in and
exactly
everything
right.
else.
That's
And
exactly right.
Like I was saying, even if I got them, even if it was, 20 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet back, it's not
Well,
gonna.
I'll just speak for myself. You got an existing shed in some wetlands. I'm cool with you rotating that. I'm okay with that because they're not making anything really worse.
Mhm.
I'm not excited about putting another shed, a bigger one, in wetland soils and putting gravel down. I'm not excited about that. I'm
But
not
it's
gonna
on the
support
same
that.
pad that the current one's on.
Fair enough, but it's still putting gravel into wetlands and I'm not gonna support that.
Okay. It's only putting.
Fair enough. I
I'm trying to
understand what,
think,
I understand.
4 by.
I understand, but it's still putting
14.
stuff in wetlands that's new. and I can't support that.
Okay.
So you have a couple choices. I'm okay with you rotating an existing one. That doesn't make the
But that's-
situation any worse
Okay.
than what we have.
So, hang on, on that note, so just rotating the existing or moving and then rotating the existing?
I thought he was just gonna rotate one.
No, he's
moving.
gonna move it
Moving and
first, then
rotating.
rotate
I'm
it.
putting the new one on the old pad that's extended to support the newer size.
Well, then I'm not excited about that either.
I don't have a choice, I can't put
I
them
understand,
anywhere else.
but I think, but here's what you could do. I said,
I know you're not excited,
I'm not excited about it.
I don't think you're supposed to be
You
in
can
your
look at
position.
another spot that's outside of the wetland area. You can put it in upland review area. That's gonna be fine. Or you can, but as you mentioned, and others have done, is let's see where the wetlands are on your property. And that's getting a soil scientist in
That's
there to
more
dig
money
some
that I
holes.
have to spend, I don't really.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
they,
already spent $800 on permits so far.
I understand that, you know, but that's what the state of Connecticut asked us to think about. So I think those are like I said, I am not gonna support a new shed, and I'm not gonna support moving an existing shed to another location. I'm not gonna support that.
If
So,
it is wetlands.
well, that's what I'm suggesting.
You know,
here.
can you move it over so it's out of wetlands? No.
Then it'd be right in the middle of the backyard. I mean, it'd be literally like in the middle of the backyard.
Yeah, I hear you, and
Which
I'm,
I'm having a tough enough time convincing my wife that this'll look aesthetically pleasing, let alone.
I'm not trying to, I am sympathetic.
Yeah,
But
and
there's
I
certain
mean,
things I can't
there's
do.
I would love to put it, you know, in a different location, but I can't with the property lines and everything else.
I hear you.
know.
I hear
'Cause I
you.
have an acre, a little over an acre of property, and I just found out almost 50% of it is considered wetlands.
Well, I'm gonna suggest to you, these are only directionally correct. We've had a couple recently that the wetlands is not here, it's less.
Yeah.
We've had a number of them. We've had one or two where it is more, which is a different story, but we have had them where it is less.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it's more money, but you'll know with certainty where the wetlands are. And if that's just upland review area, you're gonna get what you want. For me anyways.
Unfortunately, that costs money to determine.
But then you're gonna know.
What gets me is I have to pay to defend that or change this map, but they didn't have to prove that it's wetlands to make that map.
The state of
And
Connecticut.
that's not
I
on
hear
you,
ya. I hear
I
ya.
get it, you know?
This is all we have to go on, and the state
Understood.
says yes.
Which is why I used the map that Laura provided, so
Right,
that I was.
and that is the upside and the downside, if I can say it that way. That's the upside and the downside. So,
Alright, so
Yeah,
my
and
two
we have
choices
had
then-
other applications, similar sort of situation.
yeah, and a lot of them they look less.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what your situation will be, but that's my thinking at
Should
this
he be
moment.
mowing that portion?
You know, if
Sorry
if
to-
it was me,
Well, then
and
I-
I knew
we're
it was wetlands, I would stop. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't force you to do that. I can't force you to change what they have been doing. So,
24 years.
that's what I'm saying. I can't change what you're doing. I'm not gonna
Well,
ask
actually,
you,
almost 26, you'll be
we're not
26.
asking you to have smaller yards based on this.
Then we're gonna talk
That was
about
your question,
taxes.
yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
And
didn't
it
say
wasn't
it to be
wetlands when you
mean
put it in
or
the first
anything.
shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're really good. I mean, they are good. They are directionally correct, so they're definitely wetlands on your property, but exactly where they are, all we know is this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say. So those are your choices. You mull them over. We'll be here at the end of the month.
That or try to figure out a way of doing it in non-wetlands on there. That's the only,
He's got limited options, keeping it in the backyard.
Yeah. I hear you.
Otherwise, I'm gonna be right on the property line.
I hear you. Those are, I think, that's what I'm gonna tell you the choices are for me. Like I said, we can't decide tonight anyway, so, okay?
That's all I can do, trying to be above board, doing it the right way.
yeah.
And we
yeah.
appreciate that, we really do.
You might want to really check and see if that is indeed wetlands, because you never know, it might not be anymore.
So you're telling me I can't trust the government. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm
Well,
saying,
they
no,
cha-
no, no,
you know,
no,
they-
here's what, no, no, no,
Wetlands
wait,
should
let me
be
help
fine.
Dave, let me help Dave out. There, the state,
I guess I joked
the
with
state
Mike.
flies over
No,
and
it's
they
not.
can, there are certain,
I got it.
certain decisions and information they can glean from flying over.
Yeah, sure.
But it's, and even they will tell you, it's, you know, it's the best you can do for no, you know, for no additional cost. So,
And wetlands do shift,
and they do shift.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's important also. I guess this was what, a satellite image originally?
I can't tell you that, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in a month, let us know.
Okay.
Okay,
Just send Laura an email with
Yeah.
whatever update.
Yeah, whatever update, yep. Okay.
Do my best.
All
Yeah,
right,
sorry,
thanks, guys.
you know, sorry to
Appreciate
be
it,
Yep.
troublesome about this.
All right,
We can only do what we can do.
that's right.
Yeah, well, you might be lucky and it
All right,
might
I'll make a
not be wet
motion to
either.
continue 2 Maple Tree Road to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second,
Okay, Laura, Dave seconded.
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. All right, 50 Arrowhead. 50
Hopefully
Arrowhead,
your
but last but
easiest-
not least, right now,
easiest
stay, we got a public hearing
conversation.
to go through.
Hell yeah, well, this one's gonna be, hopefully. So we are here to modify the existing permit that we have, basically to just change the planting design on the hillside.
Did you get your name in that?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Joe Vovis, V-O-V-C-S. And I'm the president of, I'm here on behalf of landscape architect Abigail Adams, who submitted the plans for you guys. And we found ourselves in a position when we went to bid the plantings here along the road. As you can see, the topography here, this is a very steep hillside. We needed things that were more drought tolerant and available because we want them in the ground now.
Ah, here we go, this is Abigail's.
Yes,
There we
Abigail
go.
goes to the end of the green.
She's,
She's awesome.
she's awesome.
She's awesome. So it's,
Okay, just one second. So revisions to planting plan, disturbed wetland area is my favorite number, 0. Disturbed linear feet of watercourse, my also favorite number is 0. Total wetlands on the property is 0. Total linear feet of watercourse is 90. I assume that's the lake.
the lake is down here. Here's the
Okay.
440 coming off of the lake. So it's this area in here that
Okay.
is relatively steep. You can see from the topo lines that are on here.
Yeah,
We just found ourselves with conversations with both Jim Cawley from Jim's Landscape as well as Pete Descala from Sunburst.
Okay.
What's the most appropriate on that hillside that's going to grab and hold that soil quickly? Abigail agreed with them, and we have just modified the planting course for that upper area there. Again, drought tolerant, commercially available in the ground as quickly as possible. And we had asked Abigail, can we just cross them out and send a fax over or something? She said, you know what, best thing to do is modify the existing permit and get it into you guys.
okay. Well, that is good. The modification means we can approve it. What's got me a little puzzled is she almost always puts just Connecticut native plants on here as perennials. And I see something called Cassian fountain grass. And I don't know if that's a native plant. Off the top of my head.
That was a sub, basically because of its hardiness, and Abigail and the others said that was probably the smartest move. Again, I don't have all the details, but
That's my English Laura rhodie, summer sweet hydrangeas, ferns. I don't know what turtlehead is. I should know that. Blue lily turf? That's my only question, is it's so close to the lake. I understand it's great grass. I get that. I think I've seen it. It's pretty tall. It's like 3 or 4 feet tall or 3.5 feet tall. It's really pretty
and I think
magnificent.
that's Abigail's intent, is to just make something that's also low maintenance, because we don't want landscapers to be up there, mowing, cleaning, cutting. Let this stuff get in, it grow, and it just hold that soil back, which is really the main objective.
Well, this is late, it's 9:15, we still got a public hearing. I'm of the opinion to approve this with the stipulation that you ask your architect here to confirm that these are all Connecticut native species. And if they're not, to revise the plan.
Does that mean we'd have to come back with another drawing?
You can hand draw it, you know, we can hand draw it, but,
So it's really the which is the particular one? that
she
is
should,
in
please,
question?
well, just make the whole list, you know, just to confirm
Connecticut native.
that it's a Connecticut native species, you know, either from Deep has a list, Yukon has a list.
The question is, if we wanted to plant soon and get approval tonight, could we just capitulate and plant the grass that she likes to plant?
I don't know what the grass is. I said, I don't even know for sure, and it's 9:20 and I still got a public hearing. Otherwise I would, if it was 7:15, I'd go through the list, cause I got it down in my feed in my little folder down there. But Abigail knows it. So I can approve this tonight, but you gotta come back to Laura, and confirm that these are all on a either Deep list or a Yukon list of Connecticut native species. And if it isn't, just tell us which one you're gonna switch out and how many, and we'll attach that email to this plan, and you don't have to give us another one. How's that?
Yeah, yeah,
How's
that's
that?
fair enough.
Administratively with Laura, rather than coming back to another hearing?
She's gonna bring it to us, but you don't have to come back. You're gonna get approval tonight,
Terrific.
okay?
Can we plant?
If,
As long as we verify.
as long as you verify
Just verify
that
the
they
list.
are Connecticut native species, so hopefully you haven't bought them
Stipulated
yet.
approval.
Yeah,
What's that? Well, I think what we're gonna have to do is go back to the availability that Jim and, Pete Tiscala said, as far as what they can get right now, to get in the ground right now. So time is
I understand
also
that.
of the essence
Oh, I
here
understand
to
that.
hold that hillside
I
back. That's
totally,
really the-
I
one of the
totally
keys
understand
here.
that. You're sitting right on the lake, it's
Oh.
Connecticut, so that's, I think we can do that. And so call somebody tomorrow, I don't know, whoever you wanna call, right? And
Abigail, probably.
whatever, whomever is, who is appropriate, and
Confirm.
confirm and make changes as required, that everything you plant is going to be Connecticut native species. And if you need to switch it out, okay, send us an email,
And just indicate
say you're
which
gonna
one
switch
you're gonna
out
switch.
Y for X, and please attach this email to the plan,
Terrific.
okay?
Okay,
That
that's
sound
fair.
fair?
I mean, it's just, we'll have to scramble a little bit.
Very
in
fair,
terms of
Sharon.
Availability of product.
Which is always a struggle, you never get what you want these
Understood,
days,
Understood.
okay?
All right.
I said, I know, most of these I personally do recognize, except for the Cassian fountainhead grass. That one I'm very suspicious of. And I see you got a pile of them, and I don't know what
I
lily
think those
turtles.
may be
Yeah.
the-
They're beautiful.
The main ones running through.
They're absolutely
the
beautiful,
middle
but
there.
I am not so sure they're Connecticut natives. Okay. So,
Well, it's probably best to have Abigail send an email direct.
To me, yes, directly, it's not confirming it.
have I been clear as mud? I know I'm tired, so I hope I.
Yeah, no,
I've
you're
done a
very
good job
clear.
here.
No,
We
it's
forgot-
fine.
we forgot explanation of your
Actually,
question.
this won't be all that difficult for you to
Confirm.
do anyway.
Or confirm and change
Back and
as
forth to see what's
required.
available.
What's that?
I said aside from the back and forth to see what's available.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And change as required,
Problems at the end of the season like that, the stockpiles dwindle,
Yes.
at the
that
nurseries and so
all
on.
plantings, and that's perennials. I mean, you're gonna put annuals in, you put whatever you
Yeah,
want
no,
in.
this whole thing is perennial.
Yeah, but I'm
plantings
just
too,
saying, if
so-
you, for some reason you wanna put annuals in, fine, right, do whatever you want. Perennials are Connecticut native species. Okay, so,
And it
provide,
could be that what's listed here is on that list, we would
Could
just need
be.
her to confirm.
Yep.
so.
yeah, just have her to confirm,
Okay,
cause I don't
but to your point, I think.
I don't see that anywhere. I mean, maybe she's written in
There's
some.
no, 80% must be, it's 100%.
Yes,
100%
100%,
of
yes.
perennials.
Yep.
So I think
I'm
that'll
sure you're right. I think we asked for that one, and she actually
They're beautiful.
told us that it wasn't.
I don't think it is. And they're beautiful. They're spectacular plants. I can see why you want them, but I don't support it. To land use office.
Asian and Australian.
There you go.
native to the
Yeah,
US.
Cassian doesn't sound very Connecticut-y, does it, Rob?
We got Google in the room.
Okay.
So we'll be coming back to you with the replacement.
Just send us an
So
email.
To me,
You don't
if
have to
there's
come,
any
just send us an
problems-
email.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
send
but
us-
I'd still double check on the other species
Maybe
as
there's
well.
some variety of that that's similar
I
or
don't know,
something.
lily turf, I just am not I'm not familiar with that, and hot lips turtlehead could be
Yeah,
some.
just go down the whole list to confirm.
That's what you wrote, not me.
Yeah, just go down the whole list, make sure it's
We'll have that.
native
We actually
to
have two
Connecticut.
master gardeners in the community, one who speaks all about native, and has us pulling out various grasses among homeowners' front lawns and things too. So,
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you guys know Barb Stouter, but
I'm
she's
very familiar with
Barb is a strong advocate of native plantings. so
Okay.
Thank you guys very much.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
well
thank
then
you.
I'll make a motion to approve application W-24-64 for 50 Arrowhead Road. It's a modification to an existing planting plan with the stipulation that the applicant confirm and change as required that all plantings, all perennial plantings are Connecticut native species.
Okay, second.
Okay, Dave seconds, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right,
Good night, all.
gentlemen.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
You guys have the patience of saints.
Okay,
Have a nice night.
some
Take care.
days, but not all. Okay, guess what? Guess what? Finally. Anybody wanna take just a stand-up, walk-around break here while I put this and I get the file? Everybody's been sitting but me. Okay, guys, I just have to go and get, you can do whatever you want if you got a, we don't have an easel, so.
They brought
You
one.
can set one up here. Let me go get the public hearing.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab ours. Can I get your names and while we're waiting?
I'm John Schmitz, it's SCH, I'm Eric Schumacher.
The big one.
Right in front, no wonder I didn't see it.
It's usually when you miss them.
Okay, oh, man. Okay, everybody is here, everybody took their little quick stretch break. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a regular meeting of the Brookfield Inland Wetlands Commission. At this point in our agenda, we've scheduled a public hearing concerning the application of 854 Federal Road, application W-2449 for AR Building Company Incorporated for Ed McCarty, application, construction of one multifamily residential building with associated paving, utilities, site grading, drainage upgrades within the wetland and upland review areas. First, let me introduce the members of the commission present here this evening. Again, my name is Sharon Fox. I act as the chair. To my right, Mr. Dave Frankel, who's a regular member. To my left, Mr. Tom Keller, who is our vice chairman. And further down, Mr. Rob Scalera, who is an alternate. So all four of us will be voting members on this matter. So again, we'll open the public hearing by calling upon the commission secretary to read the legal notice of the hearing. So our secretary is not with us this evening, so let me just look through the file here. See if I see any correspondence. Okay, I see the notifications. I see professional services, we're gonna talk about that, make sure I talk about Trinkus and the other one. I don't see any correspondence, you said you didn't remember, I said Davidson, environmental, I don't see any correspondence.
I don't believe we received any
Okay.
correspondence on
All right,
this.
so
That's under application materials.
if anyone is listening to the meeting, if you sent us something, we do not have it, so please resend it. Okay, this application was formally received by the commission on August 12th, 2024. This public hearing is only one aspect of the approval process and is for the purposes of accepting factual information and data bearing on the application and to allow expression of opinion by interested parties. Subsequent to the hearing, the commission has 35 days in which to render a decision on the proposal. The final decision may be in the form of approved as submitted, approved with stipulations, or disapproved. After reading into the record the correspondence received by the commission relative to the application, we'll ask the applicant to present the application in detail. The chair will then entertain questions of clarification concerning the applicant's presentation. We will then hear from those who wish to speak in favor of the application, followed by those who are opposed. Following each side of the question, a period of rebuttal to each position will be allowed. All questions and comments must be directed through the chair. As you are recognized, please state your name and address each time before you speak so that your comments may be legally recorded. Please be assured that everyone will be given the opportunity to speak. However, the commission is most interested in hearing factual information relative to the application. In view of the time constraints placed upon us, we ask your indulgence in not reiterating comments previously presented. Are there any questions? Including from you. Okay. All right, so I misread the first thing. So now we're going to ask the secretary to proceed with the reading of the legal notice, which is probably in here someplace. Usually she puts it up front someplace. Isn't it on the back?
It might
Yep.
be. Good.
Okay, so again, our secretary's not here, so I'll do that. Please publish the following legal notice in the News Times on September 10th and September 20th. Town of Brookfield will hold a public hearing at their regular meeting Monday, 9/23 at 7 p.m. Town Hall on application W-24-49, 854 Federal Road. I think that's adequate, right? You guys okay with that? Okay, with the notice? Okay, so that is that. So now we are prepared to hear your presentation. Okay.
Good evening. So my name is John Schmitz. I'm a civil engineer, project manager with BL Companies, here in Connecticut. Also with me here tonight is Aaron Schumacher, who's a civil engineer, project manager, also in our office, who worked on the project. We'll also be hearing from tonight. I'll walk you through the project plans, where we're at. So the board up in front of you is an existing conditions exhibit, just kind of giving you an understanding of where the site is. It's undeveloped today. We're on the west side of Federal Road, Route 202. The large building you see here is the bowling alley. Another industrial building there. Residential across the street here. This applicant, AR Building Company, is currently building the site across the street. Two buildings on that site. And behind us to the west, there's the current development that's under construction now off of Laurel Hill Road on that property. Our property currently is undeveloped, has been disturbed in the past. There are a couple of former building foundations closer to Federal Road here, and 3 wetland areas on the property. One is at the northerly portion, northeasterly, and here, another wetland here in the central portion, and then a very small one right at the very southwest corner. Total wetlands on the property, so total site area for us is 3.75 acres. Total wetland area between the 3 wetlands is 13,775 square feet. So just over 3/10 of an acre. This is a rendered copy of the site plan showing what we propose here. So again, it would be a single 4-story residential building located on the west side of the property. This location, we have single driveway access off of Federal Road at this location. Driveway would come between 2 wetlands. Parking in this location, some additional parking here. We are proposing to fill approximately 870 square feet of wetlands at this location.
Oh, wait. I have 1,750 square feet.
Yes.
Okay,
The
I thought you.
original plans had more wetland filling in this location. You see, we have 7 parking spaces. We originally had more parking in this area, and so when we went through the prudent feasible alternatives analysis and determined how can we reduce and mitigate the impacts, one thing we did was to move some of the parking around so that we could get rid of the parking that was in this area and save more of the wetlands. So that's
Okay, so I want to, so
changed.
the application, the original application is 1,750. This one is how many?
870 square feet.
So, I'm not sure if I should hand change that on the application?
We could and have them initial, but it would probably, depending
Well,
on how
the
many other
revised-
changes,
The
yes.
revised
okay.
plans, it's noted on the revised plans, so
All right.
in the record, yeah.
I'm just gonna make, just bear with me, I'm gonna make a note, 9/23/24 public hearing. Wetlands impact. Changed to what'd you say?
870 square feet.
Okay. All right,
And then, speaking of other changes, one of the items we discussed with the fire marshal was secondary access. Fire marshal's office felt very strongly that they wanted a secondary means of access if for some reason the driveway was blocked. So what we're proposing is another access along the south side of the property back out to Federal Road here. So that would be a grasscrete material, so it's basically like just different types of plastic type product that then it's constructed with stone inside the plastic, and then sort of allows grass to grow in this corridor. So that would be a 15-foot drive all the way back out there. There's a similar drive across the street used, and then another similar drive for the development just to the north there. So it's been used by the fire department before, and they were amenable to having it. So that's what we are proposing. So that's work that was not on the original application as well, because the fire marshal requested that we include the driveway out there.
You know, you have trees there. I don't see how a fire truck could get up there.
I'm sorry.
There are trees there.
Well, these are proposed trees. We would be cutting trees to allow the driveway through there.
and Dave, just a point
Okay.
for the fire department, that's on them, that's not a wetlands concern.
Okay.
So, more or less, this is the site plan, and a dumpster location here. So, for accessibility, it can come in here, back out, and circulate back around and out there. We have sidewalks here, sidewalk also out to the street. And then, what we're showing here is a continuation of the existing streetscape, along 202, starts further down, but this would be a continuation of the streetscape along west side of Federal Road.
Does that plan, are you proposing any wetlands restoration?
We wanted to talk about restoration or enhancement, one or the other, for how we could, in some of these areas, we could update some of the buffer plantings in these areas to enhance what's there with some native plantings in the upland review areas, or go in there and do some restoration of some of the invasives that are in that area. The wetlands were flagged by Eric Davison, who unfortunately couldn't make it here tonight.
Right, I was reading his report. So, I appreciate you said you've changed this plan is now reduced wetlands impact from what we saw back in August. But what about, you got the building there on the west side?
This is the west side.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if the
north.
building was rotated to the north and that parking, came over to the west side, I'm not sure you'd have to impact that wetland at all.
Well, under zoning, we have to keep the building at least 300 feet back from Federal Road. So
There's-
I think you're saying if we put the building
Right.
here, we can't do that. under
Why
zoning.
not?
Zoning has a stipulation that the building has to be a certain
But you
size
know that
from
zoning
Federal
doesn't
Road.
trump wetlands, and that's what the zoning board of appeals is all about.
Are you telling me?
I'm telling you that wetlands, I'm telling you that zoning doesn't trump wetlands. And a prudent and feasible alternative does not have to deal with, from a wetland standpoint from the state of Connecticut, I don't have to worry about zoning. You gotta worry about it, but that's what the zoning board of appeals is about.
Right, yeah, because to your point, they would require a variance from ZBA, in which case they have to show hardship for why the building would need to be rotated.
You've got,
You've got wetlands.
We have wetlands, that's a
Well, I
hardship.
was gonna say, they would.
well,
be-
they get to
define the-
decide the hardship.
Correct.
My colleagues here are trying to be helpful.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying.
But But, excuse me, long night. The zoning board of appeals can decide what the hardship is. I'm just saying from its, from my perspective, I think there is another, pardon me. A lot of talking. From my vantage point, if you move that building to the north side and put your parking on the west side, you might be able to avoid, you should be able to avoid impacting that wetland at all. I think there's a third prudent and feasible alternative.
Well, for the ingress,
I mean, if, well,
What's that, Rob?
I mean, just talking it through,
I mean, the ingress would,
what's
I'm
I'm saying?
just trying to think where the ingress and egress would be.
Could be
if
the
building
same.
was on the north side.
It could be the same.
You just put a turn in the driveway.
If this building is now here,
Yeah,
I'd still need to get a driveway in front.
maybe the building's smaller.
In front of the building.
Maybe the building is smaller.
Well, but this is what the proposal is.
I understand that. I'm just saying the building could be smaller. Again, prudent and feasible alternatives includes changing the size of buildings.
But it's also to, it also involves how we can make all this fit.
I understand.
At this size building, and what's in front of, you know, what we're proposing is this size building, this much parking, so. I understand.
Maybe you can do something so you don't destroy any wetlands.
Well, you know, one of the things we looked at, which we felt just wasn't prudent, was to,
I mean, or, but just to Dave's point, I mean, you could make the building smaller, leave it where it is, and you need less parking. And now you only have parking on the north side, not in the middle.
I understand that, but the proposal is for this size building.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
I'm
not
just
even
saying-
suggesting a different size building. I'm just saying, do something where wetlands aren't affected. That would
Right.
make your life a lot
And
easier.
To your point, you know, we considered, say, eliminating this, correct? So if we eliminated this completely, in order to get the circulation, instead of having a giant dead end, to continue a road down and around here, back out, which would eliminate this. The issue is we just felt that wasn't prudent because of the additional pavement that would be needed to get down this area. And then we'd have to, obviously, some of that parking has to go over here
Right.
or over here. We
Right.
felt that making a circle around the wetlands didn't seem prudent, that we prefer to keep this area, you know, open as opposed to just encircling it. Yeah, we have retaining walls in these areas here and here. Over here it's not as important, but in these areas we have retaining walls, which are roughly 6 feet high in order to stay out of the wetland, as opposed to having fill slopes that would fill into the wetlands. We deemed it prudent to include a retaining wall in that area so we could have less disturbance and stay out of the wetlands in those areas.
Maybe you can come up with a plan where the disturbed wetlands, you create other wetlands on the property.
We could mitigate wetlands with a created area, sure. I mean, there's, again, typically when you're creating wetlands, you do it adjacent to an existing wetland. You
And
expand an existing wetland. So it would probably be an area, you know, somewhere along here, somewhere in here, we have to talk to our soil scientists to get a good feel for it. We'd certainly create an area in like size to
You know, from past
compensate.
experience also, if you created substitute wetlands, we've been known to ask for more than what you're destroying. So, you know, just be prepared with something like that.
Do the regulations stipulate, is there like a number in the regulations that we're required to hit?
There's nothing that I'm aware of in the actual regulations itself.
Because to your point, I mean, some municipalities do.
I think
They
those
say-
are the kinds of things you really want to think about, if that's the only option. If the only option is, like, we had a project, I am really sorry, just dry throat. The only way to get on that property was to cross wetlands. That was the only way to get on that property. Then there was wetlands recreation 4-1. But I don't think we're there yet, Dave. I don't think
Right.
we're there yet. This
Okay.
got I think there's other options here that can be explored.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to get you on?
Is that possible? So we can keep going? No, she's gonna help us out here, so why don't you take us through the next?
Through the rest, we
We've
come back to.
beat that one up a lot, right?
Yeah, so you wanna just give a quick rundown of some of the storm drainage design, where we ended up with some of the stormwater?
Yeah, so basically the existing storm drainage today, there's kind of a ridge line along the property line here.
Mhm.
Little piece of it goes to the back neighboring property, but most of it goes to the two wetlands there, you know. There's a little bit off-site that kind of comes down this way, gets to this wetland. And then there's actually an existing 12-inch pipe.
I'm sorry, you're talking about existing sheet flow today?
Yeah,
Or-
today,
okay,
yeah.
yep.
Like today, where the undeveloped condition. So there's a little bit that comes down this way.
Yep.
It sheets flow to this wetland, and then there's a 12-inch pipe that actually connects this wetland to the other wetland.
Oh, that's right, I remember that.
Yeah, so there's it's light on our plan, but it starts here, runs right through here, and then, goes into this wetland, and then it gets picked up by the town and state drainage system over here. It goes on this wetland.
You are a wonderful person.
It's the worst
And
feeling,
an
excuse me, I'm
excellent
sorry.
Yeah.
land use enforcement person.
So to mitigate our kind of stormwater impacts, we're proposing a underground system. The product we chose was concrete chambers, which will infiltrate water over in this area. We have kind of a series of catch basins that will pick it up and direct it that way. From this way, we're also picking up some of this off-site flow that we're going to bring through our system. Before it enters the underground chambers from the parking lot, we have a hydrodynamic separator that will help us with the hydrocarbon removal and the solids removal and any sediment removal. And then we're discharging our underground system back out to this wetland through the wall.
So that's where the overflow for that goes into that wetland? That's-
Yeah, so what this system will infiltrate.
How? How, is it just going in daylight, or how does it go there?
It's going to daylight through this wall. So there'll be a pipe protrusion through this wall with a riprap splash pad. And then we'll have a little bit of overland before it goes to the wetland. But this underground system will hold the 1.3 inches of runoff for the impervious area, which meets the new water quality standard, and it will infiltrate that on site.
Whose water quality standard?
The state of Connecticut,
What's the date on that one?
2024, they released it this week.
That's what I heard, I
Yeah.
haven't read it. Yeah, and we've
Yeah.
we've got a third-party review both wetlands and stormwater management, which I think is in process. Okay, so thank you for that. I heard that they were updating it.
Yeah, so the manual was released like last year, this time kind of like for review.
Yep.
And then it went into effect in April this year.
Okay,
So,
good.
So we're up.
I can't wait to hear more about that.
We're up to speed on it.
Since we just went through 4 or 5 inches of rain here, and
Yeah, so it'll discharge this wetland. We're proposing to keep this kind of pipe connection between the two wetlands. We did analyze this wetland to make sure that we weren't gonna be ponding any, additional water over it, because under existing conditions, it kind of acts as kind of like a detention basin with holding a little bit of water. So we're matching that to, the post to the peak, so we won't be storing any additional water.
but that's taking new water in, right? Because the water, you're bringing water in from the building, right? The footing drains and the roof runoff go into that?
Yep, so all of our roof area.
Yeah.
We're collecting, kind of the rear of the
Yeah.
building. We're collecting this piece of the parking lot. There's a break, right in here where we collect this piece of the parking lot. Some of the parking lot goes out to these catch basin, goes directly to this wetland.
Okay, well, I think that's what you're trying to tell me in the beginning. You're taking water that today would have just stayed on the west side of that property and gone this way. You're directing it now to your underground, the building, the sheet flow from where the building site is generally goes south. You're directing it over to the detention basin. Any of the rain that falls where the building site is?
Anywhere the rain that falls is gonna go through our detention
So that is a
system
change, so
and
you're
then to
getting,
the wetland.
No,
yes,
Yep.
She's saying under existing conditions.
under existing conditions,
Because there's a ridge line.
Oh, yeah, so under existing conditions, there's a ridge line through here.
okay,
And we are taking a little bit more
okay.
from that ridge line to the front
That's
than
what
we're
I-
letting go because of the change in coverage back there. We're
That's what I
taking down
wanted to
some trees.
understand, and Steve will take a look at that for us as well, so, okay, good, thank you.
Yeah, so there is a little bit more area. I mean, it's a very, very small amount that's
Okay.
coming this way because that's what allows us to match our peak flows that are directed towards this wetland.
Yeah.
So I think that's basically,
Yeah,
unless I miss anything, Shmini, you wanna?
And so when does it go into the federal road? Is it anything on that north wetland?
There's a, 24-inch RCP pipe, just a flared end section.
Okay.
That this wetland drains into, and then it goes out to the catch basin system.
And
in Federal Road from there.
you're convinced, your calculations tell you that the pipe that exists draining that wetland, let's call it the middle wetland, if that's okay? Middle wetland to the north is adequate?
This pipe here, this 12-inch?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be keeping, the same water surface elevation in this area,
Okay,
as there is today.
all right.
And then we're matching, the peak flows that we're analyzing are at this point here, and we're reducing peak flows.
Okay, so what are the flows today and what's the flows, what are the get this right, the pre-development flows versus the post-development flows, is that in the stormwater management thing here?
I don't know them off the top of my head.
Yeah, let's see if we can find them.
There should be a chart of them in the engineering report that shows.
Look
the-
familiar?
Yeah.
Find it, please.
Yeah, it should be right in the beginning here.
And again, sorry, and thank you again for the water, that did the trick.
Yeah, so these are,
Existing condition, 2-year, .98, proposed, so you're sending more off?
so design point 1 is down here along, is the gutter line of Federal Road basically. And we have a small increase for the design point 1 along Federal Road due to the streetscape improvements. So that's not, so design point 1
Okay,
is the gutter line of Federal Road here.
all right.
So there's nothing we can do to capture this sidewalk area because it's gonna drain towards Federal Road and into the drainage system.
Okay, so proposed 1, you're sending more water off-site than exists today?
Yes,
Right,
but this is
okay.
not,
No, but that's okay.
it's
fine.
along the right of way.
Okay, I got it. And, but it would have stayed on the, would have stayed on the site beforehand. Okay, what's the next one? This one is
No,
less?
it runs along the gutter line today and it will still run along the gutter line.
Then why, I don't understand why it's not the same.
I think the reason because, so the, Town of Brookfield has a streetscape program out here, and what they
Yeah.
asked is for
Oh,
us
yeah.
to pay for that.
Okay,
So the design for this, I would say is not our design, it's part of this town's design for the streetscape. We're paying for it, so it's on our plans, but the town doesn't have any drainage design for that with the
Yeah.
state. But we included it in our design because under the proposed condition, it will be there. So it made sense to include that new impervious area in the design.
all right, well, I'll keep thinking about that. And then the next
Okay.
one is less, right?
So these are, so design point 2
Yeah,
is, let me just see which ones. Design point 2 is what's directed off-site to this wetland in
Okay.
the back. And then design point 3 is the main design point that we discussed with the two
So
wetlands
those
coming
are-
out over here.
so about the same for 2 and less for the 100-year storms, which now happen every several years now. All right, well, thank you for explaining that table, thank you. All right, what else you want to tell us?
I just for as far as like the water quality, Aaron did mention infiltration of the 1.3 inches, which is obviously the first 1.3 inches of stormwater. We also have 2 hydrodynamic separators on site
Yeah,
to separate out water from the parking area, so that would give us our 80% total suspended solids. But in addition to that, we have deep 4-foot sumps in the catch basins and then hooded outlets to also catch any floatables before it even gets to the hydrodynamic separator.
okay, well, we'll be spending a little bit more time, probably not tonight, but a little bit about how you're proposing that water actually get into that wetland, and whether it's just riprap or it's something else, but we can talk about that a little bit
Sure.
later.
Yeah, I mean, and the idea was to mimic the existing conditions, because the low point is the wetlands, so the water's going there today, so we wanna make sure that we continue to put that water where it needs to
Right, and I think the question is how
How,
it gets put
right.
in, so I don't know necessarily that an open pipe with riprap is the right answer, but let's keep going.
Right. Yeah, we could provide, the velocity calculation.
Well, there might, yeah, I wouldn't spend a lot of time, because I said, I still think there's some other plans. I still think there's a way to relocate that building and the parking and save that wetland, but let's keep going.
Okay, and then, just moving ahead, just to some erosion control, I don't know if Aaron wants just kind of
Oh, I can, yeah, if you
go
want.
through some of the erosion.
So the erosion controls, pretty straightforward. We're proposing, the hatch here you see is erosion control blankets on anything that's 3 to 1 or steeper. We're proposing, silt fence backed by hay bales, kind of in the high-risk areas along the wetlands. Just some standard silt fence along kind of some of the more, low-risk areas. We have a stockpile kind of in this area, with the understanding that it's kind of temporary, that, you know, it might be over here at some time when they're constructing the underground. We have a construction entrance, stone entrance pad, and then, you know, kind of inlet protection along the couple inlets out here, and then inlet protection provided on the, kind of the proposed inlets as they're installed as well.
Okay. What else?
I did include a
Got a landscaping
copy.
plan?
Yes, I do.
So does that tell me about the trees you're taking down? Because that's a wooded lot right now, right?
It is. There's kind of a mix of trees, mature trees, and scrub and stuff that's in there today, bushes and stuff.
So tell me about, specifically, tell me about the things that are like 10, 15, 20, 35 feet around those, that mid-wetland right now. Tell me about those trees. What is there now and what are you taking down or proposing to take down? Do you have an inventory of the trees that come down there? Are you taking them all down?
Everything inside of our limited disturbance would come down, correct? Yes.
So show me the limit of disturbance?
Sure. I'm just gonna give a highlighter. for you so you
Yeah.
can see. So, limit disturbance. Basically, everything inside the limit.
Stays?
No, everything inside the limit disturbance is part of the proposed construction.
So all the trees that are inside your orange line come down?
No, between the two orange lines.
Oh, between the
there's
two
yeah,
lines,
There's
okay,
a spot in
okay,
the middle.
all right.
The wetland spot will be saved in the middle.
That's one of the outlets.
But that limit is right on the wetlands line on the west side, right? It's right at-
Here, we're like 2 feet away. That's where we're putting the retaining wall. Here and here to stay out of the wetlands. So we're about 3 feet from the face of the wall to the edge of the wetlands in these areas.
Okay.
Correct. And so all this would be maintained as and all this.
But everything north of the wetland and west of the wetland is taken down. So the only thing that's being
that's
saved
correct.
on the wetland side there is on the east and a little on the, tiny little bit on the south, all right?
Right.
What about the one on the north?
So a little
Okay.
bit of a property there, and then around here, this finger is the discharge for the stormwater at that location. This is a sloped area there, but it's also wooded,
Yeah,
wooded slope area.
okay. Do you have a landscape plan?
We do. Oh, this is the landscape plan.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of shows the treatment, and just some numbers. And roughly for shade trees,
Are they all Connecticut native species?
I believe they are. I can certainly talk
Check,
to our
would you?
landscape architect to
Check.
double check that. I did hear you mention that in one of the other applications. I'll run through that with our landscape architect, but just, you know, sunset, I'll just give you some numbers, you know, sunset, red maple, Armstrong maple.
That's
shade.
fine, I mean, just, we don't need to take your time, it is, I'm not trying to rush you through it, but just have them confirm that it's all
Oh,
Connecticut. And there are lists, right, Deep and Yukon and have
Oh,
lists.
yeah, no, there's numerous sources to identify native species in state area.
Okay,
So, and that's pretty much it. I mean, we've, provided detail sheets and sort of thing.
okay.
And I know, again, I know that there's a third-party reviewer, I think we're expecting to get some comments on that.
Right.
At some point.
Right, there's something I have to, there's a blank, I don't need to sign anything for one of them, right?
I'm sorry?
In the folder was something I was looking for a signature, you took care of that, right?
I don't think so, yeah.
Okay, well, good.
We need to sign for
Good. All right, questions? Rob, Tom, Dave? Okay.
This is, streetscape is basically what, a sidewalk? Just out of curiosity.
That's correct, yeah.
Brick and
So
lane.
it's again, if you
Mhm.
if you go further down the street, you'll see, it's already been constructed on the other side. It's a 2 or 3 foot wide brick shelf, and then then a 5 foot sidewalk. So I think it'll be 8 foot total. And then it's all granite curbing, so there's granite curbing. Again, it's an extension of the streetscape
And then you're
on the
gonna put in
intersection.
drainage areas.
There's no
but-
drainage proposed in this gutter line.
I
Is it
thought you were
s-
gonna do something with drainage there when you built it. I thought you said that before. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, yes, no. So what we said was this design is the town's design for the
Mhm.
streetscape, but we're showing it on our plan because we're going to build it, and we're gonna pay for it, not the town. We were asked, and Fred Raleigh had asked that, here's the approved plan, if this is your frontage, you guys should build this. And we said, that's amenable to the applicant. But their design did not include any storm design in there. And that was the point before about why the number was higher. It was because there was no drainage proposed out here. Even if there was, you can't detain water in the street, right? Once you have a sidewalk, the water's in the street. You can't build a pond or detain it in the state, right?
Is
So
the,
that's why that number was higher.
if you, in a northerly direction, is that sloping down the street?
Correct, yes.
In the
So-
sidewalk?
So ultimately, yes, so the,
Because I'm trying to
you're
think of,
following, right, the pitch of the road. So, for instance, from here, the water's gonna go, I'll show you the plan. So this water actually drains out through, I think Aaron said, a 24-inch pipe into the state system.
Yeah.
Which then discharges, I forget this apartment, this condo complex. The state system then discharges here into a wetlands, and that runs over to the river, a few hundred feet in that direction. So, yeah, the road's coming down here.
so the pipe that goes from the larger wetland to the smaller one, so it's not equalizing, it's actually, there's a bit of a slope there?
This pipe slopes in this direction.
It does,
but it's
well,
carrying-
it slopes.
Carrying that water in that.
Okay, so it's not just an equalization thing, like on level
Oh, no,
ground?
no.
Okay,
Yeah, because this wetland here is lower. This wetland here is lower than this one.
okay. And how long has that pipe been there?
Oh, I have no way of, no way.
You said there's a couple of foundations in there, so there might have been houses
With these,
like 100
these
years ago?
buildings. It could be 50 years, 100 years, I don't know how we would determine that.
More for us?
Pardon me?
More for us? More? Anything else you want to tell us?
No, I'm happy to, hear
Okay.
any comments or questions.
All right, well, I don't think we're not going to be closing the hearing tonight.
No.
I didn't expect that.
Right. Pardon me. Okay, so, even so, I want to follow the protocol here. And even though I do not see anyone in the audience at all, I will just ask, anyone in the audience have questions or clarification? Again, there's no one here. Does anybody want to speak who's not here? Speak in favor, speak against? Again, we don't have anyone here tonight, but I wanted to give everyone who comes throughout the process, towards the end of the segment, the opportunity to ask questions or provide information. Okay, anything else?
I don't wanna harp too long on the pipe, but, so the pipe is underground currently, the pipe in between the two wetlands,
That's correct.
and you're not gonna touch it at all, and it's not gonna be disturbed by the construction?
That's correct, won't be disturbed.
Okay.
Yeah, but the question is the driveway over the pipe.
I mean, I don't know what kind of
We're filling
condition.
over the top of the pipe, so the existing pipe will stay where it is, and we'll fill over the top of it to go up the driveway.
I mean, if that pipe disintegrates over time, right, then wetland down below is just gonna become bigger?
Yeah, it'll flood. It'll flood their parking lot or their area or whatever.
When we
So,
were
yeah.
working through the storm drainage design, we looked at replacing this pipe.
Yeah.
The problem is this pipe comes like,
Yeah.
it actually inlets like here, so to remove this pipe, it would be a large direct impact.
Yeah, again, I have, you know, I've given you my comments on the, you know, on some, maybe some further consideration for some, prudent and feasible option, but I wouldn't be too worried about that. I mean, if it collapses, that can happen even on a new one, for heaven's sakes. You know, I wouldn't be too worried about that. I wouldn't be.
I guess the
And they-
big
and-
issue.
And they're gonna, you know, and as I said, if it floods, it's, you know, it floods their property.
Yeah,
I think the,
Does it
you know
flood or
what?
does it create more wetland?
It would flood until it drained.
Yeah,
Probably wouldn't flood long enough to create wetland soils.
and even if it became, you know, a serious issue problem, from an engineering standpoint, we'd probably be back here with, you know, assuming 50 years from now, we'd be back here saying, hey, we have an issue, we wanna replace the pipe, we need to do this, and then we have to come back here for that authorization.
Okay.
I think the biggest issue is that little area losing wetlands there from the commission standpoint.
A combination of that, and I think the trees around the growth around the wetlands.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. All right, we've heard what we've said. Anything else for us? If not, I'm going to,
Appreciate it.
yeah, I thank you for that. Like I said, we will, as, you know, shortly there, as soon as we get them, right, and get them turned around, any comments that we get from Steve, and we've got a wetlands person too, right?
I believe there's a wetlands person that
Yeah.
said their working was included on the quote, I will double check that.
Yeah, so as soon as we get them, I mean, not momentarily, but, you know, within a day or so-ish, we will send them to you. Okay, so it's, you know, we'll get them to you, and then you are welcome to talk to us about the points, you are welcome to write a rebuttal, you know, writing. Let's see what happens, you know, from what they say. You know, we can do a couple of things, we can handle it all in the meeting. Sometimes they can be very extremely technical things, and sometimes we can even put you in contact with them as mediated, you know, by Laura, but let's see, you know, exactly what their comments are. But again, I would encourage you to consider thinking about your proposal here to eliminate 850 square, did I get that right?
870.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. All right, well, with that then, I will make a motion to continue, now, we're not any problem with dates, right?
Not for the next one, I don't believe.
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
The hearing opens tonight.
the hearing opens tonight, October 6th.
Do we have a problem?
No, they can give us a continuance if we need time.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we're good on till the 28th, right?
I'm sure, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure the applicant will,
Yeah, but we're good to the 28th, right?
so, I'm just trying
Is
to
it just, that is
calculate
30,
it. We
that's,
don't have the sheet in my file, do we? My nice little application intake sheet that gives me the total breakdown? Nope, of course not. It
I
would've
don't
been right
know.
in the front page. Nope, it would've been stapled, we would've seen it.
I don't know, I could've messed it up. Well, would you be willing to, and we can just take this verbally, right? Just verbally, would you be willing to just assure us that we can continue this to the 28th of October?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
On
thank you
behalf
for
of the
that.
applicant, I'm
All
more
right,
than happy to-
I think we're fine just to the day, I think 35 plus,
I think it's like the date.
I think it's the date,
Yes.
yeah, I think the
Just-
20,
like I said, your system too, when you upload something to the computer file, do you get an automatic notice anyway? Yeah, so, we were talking when the comments come in, you automatically get a notice.
If you guys
The applicant automatically
Yeah.
gets notice.
You know, you're right,
I'll
the
upload any of the expert.
October 28th is exactly 35 days
I think
from
it's
now.
exactly 35 days, yeah, 30 days half September, yeah.
Yep.
So, okay. All right, well,
No
it's,
problem.
we'll see what happens, but again, we appreciate that you have acknowledged that we're, if an extension is necessary to the 28th, you've given it to us.
I was
And
listening
again,
to the other applications, so I heard everything that you're,
Mhm.
you know,
with not normally, they do not normally go this long. I mean, this is unusual.
Yeah, this was a strange night.
So, and again, we can, We could maybe mix it up. Maybe the next time we can put you guys earlier. We didn't make you wait, but we'll try and put you on earlier, okay?
Coming out, meeting, I guess we don't know if all those people are here.
Well, I didn't know how many were for the hearing. I had no way of knowing, so I did ask. All right, thanks, gentlemen. So we've made a motion to continue the public hearing to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. All right. Yeah, and any opposed? No. Motion carries unanimous. Okay. I think we're okay. All right. Okay, let's go on. Correspondence. Review of the previous minutes. Again, we gotta look at the 26th because we lost our quorum, so we were not able to do that. I wasn't here for the 26th meeting. I did look at them. They seemed fine to me. I didn't see any typos or anything.
I didn't
so-
see anything either.
All right, well, then I'll make a motion then. We approve the minutes for August 26th, 2024.
Wait, was I there?
I don't know. I'm not keeping track of it. You don't have to worry about that at this moment.
Okay,
Just-
I guess I'll.
Just to second it.
Second.
Okay. You don't have to vote. You can just abstain.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I think I was there, but
I'm
I don't
pretty sure you
remember
were
the
there, yeah.
meeting.
If you haven't read them, then you can just abstain. Right?
Yeah,
Or if you're
okay, yeah,
unsure.
yeah,
Or
let's
if you're
just do
unsure.
that.
Or
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
unsure. Yep. All right, well, all those in favor of approving the minutes of August 26, 2024, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
One abstention. Motion carries 3-1. Okay, thanks, Dave. Okay, September 9th. I took a look at those. Nothing jumped out at me either. I'm pretty sure you had to do these, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Either that or my office did.
Yeah.
Maybe, I believe Amy did those actually, so.
Okay. Not easy when you're not here.
It's easier with the video.
Yeah.
Than it is with just the audio.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'll make a motion then to approve the minutes of September 9th, 2024. All those in favor? Oh, I need a second. Sorry. Sorry. Tom, seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'll abstain, I was
Okay.
not here.
Motion carries 3-0 to 1. Informal discussion.
Do we need to discuss the meeting location change that we were talking about earlier, or no?
I don't think so. We
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
actually be putting it in Spotlight too, but, just for early
Just-
voting, we're proposing a change of location to
Yeah.
high school.
So let us know where we have to go.
Absolutely.
Whenever
In a
it's.
nice way.
As soon as I confirm the room, I will let you know.
In a nice way.
You're talking about for October
For
28th?
October, correct.
Oh, yes, please get that to us.
As soon as I
Okay.
get the confirmed, the request went out today.
Where would it be at the high school?
I don't know if it's at the library or the auditorium
Reset up.
until I get a confirmation. I
Okay.
can't.
You can't just go
Sorry.
upstairs to the
High school.
conference room upstairs?
I believe there's something else there.
All right, well, then we can't go there. All right, fine. All right, anything else? Did that question get answered? What's that?
The new school, I haven't been to the new school yet.
That would be fun to go to
That
the
one.
new school.
Yeah.
Can we
New
change
school.
it to the new school?
Wherever is easiest for you.
VFW?
Wherever, VFW. Go to Portobello's. All right, sorry about that. It could be any restaurant, sorry. All right, well, with that, I'll make a motion, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, I made the motion to adjourn. Tom seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Turn off the mics, everybody.